Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the United States of America and welcome.
All right. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the voice of WUW, Jack Manley, coming to you live.
Here we go. Our first match is a tag match. Yeah. Two versus. My mic is giving me a hot. I'm going to body slam in a minute. Here they come. Incoming men, Irish. Here they come.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you are ready for a night of pulse-pounding action here at WUW's New Resolution 2020. I am Jack Manley, the voice of the WUW, coming to you live in a new decade for the House of Real, and I could not be more excited to bring this action to you. And ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear, this crowd is keyed up and ready to rock. We are in for a scintillating match to begin the decade. Irish Bruce Agar and Kid Naeem in the ring and looking to take all comers in the tag division. Tonight they will be facing off against a team near and dear to our hearts.
Big man, Victor Rodriguez and JD the King.
And here they come, ladies and gentlemen. We have a man who is so dedicated to this house, Victor Rods, that he has taken on the name of our commissioner, Johnny Rods, the WUW Hall of Famer. And joining him, a man who needs barely any introduction, my broadcast colleague, King John of the Broadway, a veteran. And that's the type of move you pull off when you're a veteran. You go to your knees, you say to yourself, hey, you know what? I meant to do that. And you can see the meaning and the intention on their faces. Joking aside, these men are fired up, they are ready to rock, and they are ready to bring the 2020s into focus for you tonight. Irish Bruce Agar showing a little consternation at how close the King is getting to him right now. This match has all the makings of some bad blood, and we are ready to go. Both men getting into some gamesmanship here early. I got a question, Irish Bruce Agar here, trying to get into a mind game with an 11-year veteran, and he is paying for it early as those strikes coming in fast and furious. Irish finds a way to catch an advantage there that brings him down to a headlock, but Broadway showing that veteran strength, countering immediately into a head scissor. And boy, you can just feel it right now. There's an anticipation, a tension to this match right now as these gentlemen are trying to figure out who can get the best of this decade early. And Irish Bruce Agar, he doesn't look very nice. And that doesn't look very nice either there by the King. You get the sense that these men are desperate to get on the board quick in this new year. And now Victor Rod showing what he can do, comes up with an unbelievable leg drop from the young man. Only going to come up with a 2 count there, though. Irish Bruce Agar getting himself up on adrenaline, does not want to see his year begin this way. And now he's engaged with the young man. This kid, Victor Rods, he is impressive. He's getting moved to the corner right now where Kid Naeem is going to take over. But this young man, he is all heart. He wears it on his sleeve, and he wears his emotions proudly. Taking a beating for it now, but he will be in this match until the bell rings. Make no mistake. Naeem trying to ring his bell there a little bit and getting a taste of his own medicine. Moves out of the corner looking for something big here. Brings him up and brings him down. A beautiful form suplex right there. Can't quite hook him in there. Only gets a 1 count, does Victor Rods, but changing the complexion of this match to give his team the advantage. Good, quick tag there to Broadway. We're going to see a little bit of tandem offense here. Comes in, beautiful flying clothesline there into the corner. And suddenly all of the momentum is in the corner of King John of the Broadway and Victor Rods. Shining Wizard and an elbow drop combination there. Has to be said, little lackadaisical there on the pin. If Broadway wants to put this match away, he's going to need to give a little bit more effort than that, ladies and gentlemen. I do have to say, though, I'm enjoying the quick tags I am seeing from that corner. This is great tag team strategy, ladies and gentlemen. You want to keep your partner involved as much as possible and keep their partner from getting anywhere near their corner. But Naeem does not seem to be interested in that strategy whatsoever. Puts Victor Rods down, can only get the 2 count. Now Naeem going to get himself out of this match and bring back in Irish Bruce Agar. Sees him come from that second rope and follows up with an absolutely vicious axe handle to the temple and follows that up with a leg drop to the back. Just incisive offense here from the Irishman as he is beating and grinding Victor Rods into a fine paste. Victor Rods not saying die just yet, though. Kicks out at 2. And Irish is just, he has been all over his man when he is in this match as the legal man. And that is a hallmark of Irish Bruce Agar's style, is he does not want to fight you. He wants to brutalize you and tear you limb from limb. And we're seeing the incisive attack coming out to absolute aplomb here as he will get his partner Kid Naeem back into this match. Naeem looking to capitalize here, looking to try and get this man out to his corner of Irish Bruce Agar and cut that ring in half. A little bit of tension here. All of these men are so pumped up by this turn in the calendar, by this new year and this new decade, that they want to leave their mark, even if they get on the attacking. My goodness gracious! And that schoolboy nearly changed the complexion of this match. Victor Rods trying to make his way back to the corner here, and Naeem is going to get the face-off with this man. And Broadway is coming out like a house of fire, ladies and gentlemen. In all of my years calling wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, I have not seen King John of the Broadway move with this ferocity or this intention. Not going to be enough to get Naeem down. Naeem tough as nails and going to let you know it every time he is in there. Broadway taking control of the arm, looking to capitalize on something here. And he's locked in for that Fisherman Buster. A beautiful little Fisherman Buster there, modified to get him spun out. And he is reeling, but he is not done, ladies and gentlemen. Broadway coming up with creative offense, but cannot finish this match off. Quick tag there to Victor Rods, who's coming in a tandem offense. A clothesline combo with a Russian leg sweep. That might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. This kid Naeem is absolutely giving it his all. That move would have failed any normal man, but he is coming at this with superhuman will and determination to stay in this match as he's now taking it to Victor Rods. Those body shots into the DDT. My goodness, what a DDT. Naeem going to try and follow this up with something. They know that whoever can keep this ring cut in half and keep it near them is going to have the advantage throughout. And right now, Broadway is a long, long way from the legal man, Victor Rods, on his team. Beautiful facebuster there by Kid Naeem, shades of Jeff Hardy. And look at this, King Broadway interfering with the referee here. The official is not able to finish his count, and Irish Bruce Agar has seen enough here. Taking Broadway to task and tossing him back to his corner. But Victor Rods finds himself a little bit of space and hits the crossroads. My goodness, what a crossroads! And that'll do it! Victor Rods will take this match home, ladies and gentlemen. What an unbelievable way to begin the decade in WUW. 4 fierce competitors at each other's throats in action so pulse-pounding, I even lost my place sometimes in there. But at the end of the day, this young man, Victor Rods, with the veteran tutelage and veteran's ring sense of King John of the Broadway, proves victorious. And for Irish Bruce Agar and for Kid Naeem, they will need to go back to the basics. They will need to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to advance themselves in this tag team division. Incredible action here to start off the card. But if you know anything about WUW action, ladies and gentlemen, you know that we are going to be bringing you a full slate of action, and it does not get any bigger than our next match on this card. For 4 months, Gary Post has been our New York State champion and may be facing his most impressive test to this point. Alpha Zero, fresh off his #1 contenders match at November to Remember, is now going to take on the New York State champ for that title. And these two men are absolute workhorses, men who are in the ring at all times, and we are in for a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, one more time. Here they come, it's a top 3 match. The first guy coming in the ring, and they are the one and only Naeem.
Oh, you read it already.
Post and Alpha.
They already won. You know what happened? I think I had too much coquito tonight.
Oh, Commissioner Rods laying down the law right there.
The second match is a singles match. And here they come. The man, the one and only Alpha Zero.
And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, our challenger for the evening, Alpha Zero. His motto is one word and one word only, and that motto is regardless. Regardless of who he faces in that ring, regardless of the obstacles that are put in front of him, regardless of the test that you put this man up to, Alpha Zero will pass with flying colors each and every time. And I have to say, Gary Post could be in a whole heap of trouble this evening. This young man is motivated. He is a warrior, pure and simple, and he is bringing that warrior spirit to bear.
Champion of New York State, Gary Post. Gary Post.
But not to be denied, ladies and gentlemen, the New York State champion for the last third of last year, Gary Post, the Postman. He is quite simply a dangerous and technical individual. This man can bend and rend the body in ways that are sickening, quite frankly. He is one of WUW's resident submission experts, and he knows just how good he is. You don't hold a title as prestigious as that New York State belt without having a real game plan every time you step in that ring. And Alpha Zero is raring to go here, ladies and gentlemen, having to be held back by our official here, Jesus. But these two men, they have been circling around each other for the better half of last year. They have wanted this match, they have tried to get to this match, and now they are here, and it is for the title, the biggest stage you can imagine. Here we go. Basic lockout Post trying to get him to the ropes there. Forces the break from Alpha, but Alpha not going to be dogged like that. He's going to stand up and say, I'm just as good as you. I'm just as forceful as you, sir. Both these men fighting early with that champion spirit, not trying to get each other technically, just trying to outpower the other man. Gary Post taking some abuse from the crowd. Might have thrown him off a little bit here as Alpha Zero gets the early advantage here. Sends the rope. My goodness! What a whip there by Gary Post. Comes in, but Alpha's not going to be denied on that. Gets himself back up, comes in, ducks the clothesline. Post gets him, tries to get him with the clothesline. He ducks that as well. And these two men, you can just see the hours of training they have put in against each other. They know each other's repertoire like the backs of their own hands, and it is going to take something special here to get the advantage. Post coming in with some vicious shots here, looking to seize a little bit of momentum early by getting Alpha Zero into that corner. And now the officials got to watch Post here. Gary Post never met a rule that he did not like to skirt, and he is showing you right now what that is all about. If he can get that count all the way up to 4 3/4, ladies and gentlemen, that's where he is going. Not very sporting there to take a cheap shot as he gets out of the corner. And Alpha Zero in a little bit of trouble here early, it has to be said, as Gary Post is starting to work on the shoulders and that left arm of Alpha Zero. And as I said, as he was coming into this ring, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Post, one of the most impressive technicians that we have in the world of unpredictable wrestling. And he is showing you how that works to his benefit in every single match. Singling out that arm and doing damage over and over again as he has it locked in down now on the floor. And Alpha Zero is in real trouble right here. He's got to get something going quick or he could be put down and out by Gary Post quickly. Fights himself out into a beautiful arm drag counter, and now he's putting the pressure back on Gary Post. And that right there is the move of somebody who considers themselves to be a warrior. A lot of fight there for Alpha Zero, but once again, Gary Post finding that arm, finding that shoulder, and really putting Alpha on edge here. Oh, and now... referee has got to get control of this. Gary Post starting to take some liberties here with the hair, taking some liberties with the neck. My goodness, once again bringing Alpha Zero here to the mat, and Gary Post has looked extremely impressive in this title defense early. But Alpha, and this is the key here, Alpha continues to get up off of that mat and continues to fight back here. Real heart here from the challenger, from the number one contender. But can he turn that heart into something active? Comes in, oh my goodness gracious. And once again, Gary Post reading that offense of Alpha Zero like a book and getting him with a shoulder tackle. This could be it. Alpha Zero once again refusing to stay down. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of heart in that ring now for Alpha Zero, but I don't know. Gary Post has had him and had his number the whole match, looking for that fisherman to finish this off here. But oh my goodness, Alpha Zero's cradled into a small package, and that right there is how he can get back in this match. Those little surprises, those little pieces of technical quickness that he has at his disposal, turning it into a side headlock, and suddenly Alpha Zero getting a little bit of breathing room here. Post gonna break off that hold, sends him to the ropes, and this time Alpha Zero gets a shoulder block of his own, and Gary Post looks a little bit shocked by that. A little bit shaken by that shot, it has to be said. Trying to hold on to that rope to give himself a break, but Alpha Zero is fully engaged at this point and just wants to keep throwing haymakers if he can. Gotta say it's the right strategy. Stay on him if you can, kid. That's exactly what you gotta do. Continuing, despite the pain in the arm and the shoulder, focusing on the other side of his body to continue his offense, and that is a smart play by the challenger. Post really reeling right here, and both men just starting to beat each other limb from limb here as we get into the middle stages of this match. Post looking for that. Oh my goodness, and we have seen that before. That devastating drop kick right there to the sternum. And he's going to roll himself into a cradle. Beautiful bridge there by Gary Post, but was not enough to put Alpha Zero down. Alpha Zero looking to get that pin. Post a little bit too close to the ropes. This match will continue. Oh, and now Gary Post thinks he's Road Dogg in the 2000 Royal Rumble, using that bottom rope to keep himself safe. But Alpha Zero saying, this isn't about over the top rope. This is about me proving I'm better than you. I'm going to stomp you in that corner if you want to be down there. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, no love lost in this match already, as these men have just gone and devolved into throwing heavy blow after heavy blow. They just want to put each other on ice, into traction, and critically take that belt home as their own. Zero following up on that back suplex. Is this pinfall going to be enough? Not quite. Gary Post with enough strength there from the champion to get himself out of that pinning predicament. And you can just start to see these men having hit each other for this many blows, trying to get vicious with their offense, trying to figure out... Oh my goodness. And this is the watch this. My goodness. And that is the type of shot that you need at this juncture in the match. If your offense isn't putting somebody down, you need to go for the jugular. And Alpha Zero has found it in spades, but will not get the cover. Alpha gets turned over, and oh my goodness, what an armbar there by Gary Post as a counter. Alpha in serious pain on the canvas, ladies and gentlemen. And after all this effort, you hate to see a man tap, but he's rolled it over into a cradle. Almost a crucifix there, but once again, Gary Post finding the ropes. Boy, there is a real attitude about this encounter, ladies and gentlemen. Neither man wants to come out of this the loser. Both men know that New York State title's on the line. My goodness. You could hear that shot in all 5 boroughs, ladies and gentlemen. What a chop to the chest of Alpha Zero. And this ground and pound, this incisive offense by both these men starting to take its toll. And Gary Post, oh my goodness, that missed stomp turned out badly for him. And another small package here from Alpha Zero. Not gonna be enough. The trickery of Alpha Zero here has been coming into play throughout this match, but Gary Post remains just a little bit ahead here. Oh, and Post is just getting fed up here. He's got his hands on the hair of Alpha Zero, on the dreadlocks, and this ref has got to stop this. I don't think Post even cares if he gets disqualified and loses this match. I think he just cares about bringing that belt home, and that's the kind of pain that you get and the kind of karma that happens when you focus on bending the rules to try and save yourself. And Alpha Zero with a real opportunity here coming up. Marches in, a beautiful elbow drop, once again keeping his action on that right elbow to spare the pain in his left arm. But it has to be said, a little bit too much liberty there by the young man trying to pump this crowd up before cinching in that pin. He might have been able to get there had he gotten to that pinfall sooner. I am amazed, ladies and gentlemen, by the effort that these two men are going to put each other away. Post goes up and over, looking to get him, and he can't get the lockdown. Post goes over as well. A beautiful side headlock takeover, just going for any pinfall that he can. And once again, Alpha Zero is not going to let something that simple knock him out of this match. And Gary Post is frustrated, ladies and gentlemen, getting into our official Jesus' face here. There's nothing the referee can do about it. And now, Gary Post looking to get that fisherman. He's looking to put this match to an end, but gets countered into a suplex of his own from Alpha Zero. But it's not going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Post once again getting the shoulders up. And these two athletes, they have been focused throughout this match. They have been trying to pin each other from the word go because they know how important it is to come home with that title. But they have to continue to grind. They have to continue to beat each other senseless, to go to vicious lengths here in the corner to ensure victory. And it is a tough thing to see, but when you are at the House of Real, and when you know the effort that it takes to come out on top in this house, you are prepared to put your body through the lengths that these men are going through. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Post has used the ref there for a bit of offense, using the referee's outstretched arm to sling himself into that clothesline and taking an advantage here. And I think that move hurt Alpha Zero, ladies and gentlemen. I think Alpha Zero is hurt. Not a lot on that kick out. That clothesline really took something out of the challenger here. And this man is hurt, and he is reeling. Post taking more time to come back. The referee, oh my goodness, Alpha Zero out of nowhere, the schoolboy cannot finish this match. Comes over with an arm drag here. Alpha Zero, that last gasp here, he is hurting and he is breathing hard, but he is looking for that one kill shot while he has got some momentum. For that snapmare, and brings it into a beautiful kick to the midsection. Gary Post in real severe pain here, but is going to kick out once again. I tell you what, after tonight, you are going to remember the names Post and Alpha because of the sheer effort that they are going to put their names on the map. This is a sensational war between these two athletes, pure and simple. Post going to counter. He's rolled into a beautiful little cradle there. Cannot keep the man down. And now Gary Post is absolutely fuming. Wanted a fast count there, but the referee can't do anything about it. If you can't keep your man down for 3, you've got to accept that the fight continues. And just using there, just pure frustration with Gary Post, pure underhanded tactics, just wrenching Alpha Zero around the ring by his hair. And I really do think this young man, for all his plaudits as the champion, I think he's looking for a disqualification with the ways he has begun to skirt the rules out of pure frustration. You hate to see it from such an evenly matched contest, but it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Post is going to find one shortcut too many for the challenger. And this is starting to get a little uncomfortable here, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Post using these underhanded tactics and using, once again, he's going for the long hair of Alpha Zero and whipping his head down into the ropes. Just, you hate to see somebody resort to this, but that is what that title means to the Postman. He is prepared by any means necessary to take that belt home. And ladies and gentlemen, this crowd trying to bring Alpha Zero back into it. And Gary Post wants to put a stop to that, and this crowd does not like what they are seeing from this man. And now knees to the chest, just taking out the diaphragm and the ribs, doing damage to as many parts of the body as possible. All pretense of an even match has been abandoned here by the champion, and he is just trying to massacre Alpha Zero, and it is getting hard to watch, quite frankly. Grounding and pounding him into the corner and just punishing him with... Oh, and we knew it was coming, ladies and gentlemen. You knew it was coming. Gary Post, throughout this match, trying to cut corners, trying to put too much energy, and that is what we like to see. Attaboy! You do not step to a WUW official, ladies and gentlemen. The New York State champion, unhappy that he was rightfully, quite frankly, rightfully disqualified, and our official here, Jesus, showing you that when you step to the house of real, it doesn't matter if you're a ref, it doesn't matter if you're a commentator, you bring it. And bad luck for the victor here, Alpha Zero. He knows he was in that fight, and he knows he did not get put down. And like any man who is not killed, he has become stronger for this experience. And I think we are going to see Alpha Zero going after that New York State title again in the near future, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think Post versus Alpha is anywhere near its final chapter. And if we can expect action like what we have just seen from these two young men, we are in for a genuine treat.
All right, here's our new referee. Let's give him a hand. Here's Kyle. Here we go with a singles match. Out of the dressing room, here he comes from Virginia. He is Country Boy Terry.
Jumping right back into some singles action for you here, ladies and gentlemen, as coming to the ring is one of the true behemoths, I think it's right to say, in the WUW. He is Country Boy Ted, big country for a new decade. Bryant Reeves, eat your heart out. This man is a giant no matter where he goes, and he is pumped up with that country spirit to bring his force to bear this evening. And not making any fans, it has to be said, but when you come from the country and you do it country tough the way Teddy does, you don't really care if these fans like you. You just care about one thing, and that's getting that victory and bringing a little bit of extra zeros on that paycheck.
Here's no other than the one and only Chris Adams, and he is from New York.
But ladies and gentlemen, if he wants to get that paycheck, he is going to have to go through one of the youngest and toughest talents have here in the WUW. He is facing down the Rockweiler himself, Christian Andrews. And Rockweiler is sporting some beautiful regal gear, that purple and gold, looking great on a man who has held championship gold before and looks to again in 2020. And coming out on top in this singles match could go a long way into putting him into whatever title picture he chooses. He is that talented, but he is staring down a real threat here in Country Boy Teddy.
Hello, Jack Manley.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am now at this point being joined by my broadcast colleague, King John of the Broadway. First off, congratulations on your victory this evening, Broadway. A beautifully constructed match. A little bit of underhandedness there towards the end, but because of just how impressive that young man you had with you, Victor Rods, was, we'll let you off the hook tonight.
Hey, what did I do that was wrong? I didn't think I did anything wrong.
You kept the ref from actually making a legal count, Broadway.
I had something in my eye. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course you did.
I thought I saw something and I got scared.
Well, you might have had some trouble focusing, but we've got no trouble focusing on this beautiful action we have here in the ring as Country Boy Ted trying to chop down the Rockweiler early, and the Rockweiler saying, anything you can do, I can do better, son. And these two men, Country Boy Ted, I did call him a behemoth as he was coming to this ring, but Rockweiler only a mite shorter than him. Two of our giants in this promotion are going at it and bringing their strength early to see who can come out on top.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the tassels on his pants.
Well, you gotta love the regal color scheme. That purple and gold is a classic royal scheme.
Well, I know, I revolutionized it with my royalty.
I believe it was revolutionized in Britain about 700 years before you there, Ken.
Well, let's focus on the match there.
Right you are. We can get into history later, but these two men building some history of their own right now as Rockweiler comes out, knocking Teddy for a slow loop there in that corner. Teddy coming back with that force and with a huge body block, and that did, in fact, bring the Rockweiler to a bit of a stop there. Country Boy Ted trying to seize a little bit of advantage, gets reversed there by the Rockweiler, and Teddy's going to stay in those ropes.
Very smart move. There he is, taking control of the match. That's what you want to do.
I got to say, you love seeing ring sense like that from two of our young talents here in the WUW. These men have been training for round about a year and a half apiece, and they are showing veteran skill that you would see from guys who have been in the industry for 10 years. Just amazing counter there from Country Boy Ted, making my point for me.
I would like to remind you that last March, I was in the ring with both these opponents. They are very tough to be with, and I did make Country Boy Ted tap, but the referee only saw me with not seeing my shoulder up.
Country Boy's got himself into some shape, it has to be said, where I don't think he's going to be tapping anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
Both men looking like absolute athletic specimens this evening. As I'm trying not to acknowledge him during this beautiful match as Country Boy Ted gets near fall. There is I hate to say it, folks, there is a honcho over my shoulder here. We're going to do our best to be professional here, but if there are any eruptions from Bang Bang Barry Malone, I will apologize in advance. My goodness, what a body block there. And the Rockweiler is reeling as Country Boy Ted is starting to really seize on some momentum in this match, using that size to his advantage by chopping this man down every opportunity that he gets. Rockweiler not going to be completely faltering there, going to fight back to make sure the Country Boy Ted gets as good as he gives. But that shoulder block not able to take him down. That drop kick not able to take Country Boy Ted down, still on his feet. And that clothesline will finally bring the big man to his back. And another one there coming in with that flying lariat. And this has got to be the name of the game here for the Rockweiler, is he has got to focus on keeping Country Boy Ted down. He cannot allow these powerful shots to keep hitting him here in the head and temple. Otherwise, he is going to be in real trouble. Country Boy Ted hosses him up a little bit there, and he's going to follow up with a beautiful splash. And Rockweiler's in real trouble. He could almost go for a pinfall. But Country Boy Ted going to take this time to gloat.
Yeehaw, Jack Manley.
Oh,
Happy
no.
New Year. And you too, my friend Broadway. I saw your match out there. Pretty good job.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, Barry.
Well, let me tell you something about the new year. Out with the old, in with the new. Even honchos need to reload every once in a while. I come out here, try to see if, one of these two gentlemen can have what it takes to be a honcho in 2020.
Well, we have noticed it. We have noticed in training. You
Oh,
have
look
brought
at
Country
that.
Boy Ted
That was an
tutelage.
amazing move. While we were distracted by Bang Bang Barry Malone, which I don't blame you. He's a very charismatic person.
Very distracting person.
Right?
That was an amazing counter. He went for a DDT, but Teddy picked him up and gave him a
An
fall-away slam.
unreal fall-away slam there,
See,
and
that's
that's got to be the type. Barry, I will attempt to engage you. That's got to be the type of talent that you're looking for. It's a move like that.
Absolutely, Jack Manley. Don't feel too bad, but I've already eliminated you from consideration.
I will try to feign surprise.
This country boy, we look for country boys, we look for city boys, just about anyone who can do something in there.
Well, Rockweiler doing something right there to Country Boy Teddy's jaw with a beautiful flying knee there in the corner, following up by slamming him back there. But you can see Rockweiler is tired. He has taken a beating, and he is trying to get that pinfall now in this match while he can.
Two.
And that's
Oh,
not going to
not
be enough to
enough,
bring
not
Teddy
enough.
down.
And Rottweilers, they don't give up. You could beat them, you could hook them down every second you got, but they just keep standing up. I don't know about these
Rockweiler's
two.
got a real tenacity about it. Oh, my goodness. And there's
I didn't-
nothing tenacious
I didn't
about
see
that.
it. I didn't see it.
Well,
What happened?
Oh, the refs didn't see it either.
Big shot. King Broadway and a
on.
honcho missed a shot to the nuts. I'm very surprised.
Why are you looking at
Oh.
his nuts?
There we go. We got a Buffalo Bill and a Houston Texan on top.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we were enjoying a beautiful match here between the Rockweiler and Country Boy Teddy. And then Teddy decided that he was going to do something to just ruin this evening.
How do you know? No one else saw it. The ref didn't see it.
Oh, come on. You know that the fans at home are going to have seen that.
I saw nothing.
We got the best angle at the ring right here. That man won fair and square.
I have a 20/100 prescription on my glasses, and even if I wasn't wearing them, I could have seen that bang bang.
We're here to watch wrestling. We're not here to talk about you, Jack Manley.
I'm just saying.
Seems like Jack Manley dominates the commentary a little bit, don't you think?
All I'm saying is that Country Boy Teddy is a heck of a talent, and he is a name we're going to be hearing from. But that's not the way we want to hear about somebody like that.
Well,
we want to see him achieve as a young man in this industry. We don't want to see somebody take shortcuts.
Well, you know what's going to happen tomorrow? And later, everybody's going to see on Facebook and Twitch at WUW Wrestling that Country Boy Ted beat the Rottweiler, Christian Andrews. That's all that matters right now.
You are right about that, King. I cannot deny that the winner of this match is Country Boy Teddy.
Jack Manley, you're one of those guys blaming the ref for everything. You probably don't watch NFL. You probably don't watch NCAA volleyball. None of that stuff. It's always someone else's fault. What about the big boy who just did what he had to do to win
Well, let me tell you
tonight?
something, Bang Bang. I may not always blame the ref, but when our ref is a psycho like Stephanie, who is just into the ring, I am going to blame our ref.
Are you insulting a woman?
I'm not insulting a woman. You have seen this woman in the last several months has come unhinged. She has attacked friend and foe alike and done so viciously.
Refs and women.
I mean,
you and both those
don't get me
your
wrong.
resume tonight.
I mean, listen, we have two of our newest female officials at ringside here, as I can see in my view, and I can only imagine it's because even Commissioner Raj does not trust psychotic sweetheart Stephanie to call this match down the line.
Yeah. And even though you just blamed the man ref last match for calling it not down the line, what's wrong with you, Jack? What was your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution, Barry, honestly, it's to make sure that guys like you don't get to bully guys like me.
Woo-hoo! Well, last year that wasn't a problem. I don't see it being a problem coming up either.
Well,
who we got here?
I'll tell you what, when we talk about bullying, however, you can do a lot worse than get bullied by both Lady Rain and Alyssa, two of our hardest hitting women in the entire division.
All right.
And let's keep in mind, Lady Rain, she is a multiple time WUW Women's Champion. And Alyssa, one of our newest acquisitions here, she has a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, will go for those joints, will go for those moves, and will absolutely rend you apart.
Well, I have a background in Kung Pao Chicken. You don't see me floating it around.
That's true. You know what? I've seen that face before. That Rain on a magazine, right?
I believe so.
You know, I still go to the post stand every once in a while, grab a couple magazines that interest me, and there she was, cover of Money Magazine, October issue.
Sounds like you're looking for male and female talent for the Honchos this evening.
I just might end up on Money Magazine this year myself.
Oh, I see how it is. Yeah, and you know, I will give the Honchos credit. When you are tag champions, your check is just that little bit higher. I will give that to you. But right now,
who's coming out to this odious music?
well, I believe we
Who
know
is that?
we know who it is. It's WUW champion Renee, our women's champion, coming out with Jada Rose, the heart and soul of the women's division.
Is this a mixed tag?
I believe it is. I believe it is a all women's tag, but it is from competitors put together in these teams who do not necessarily get along with each other. We know that Jada Rose and Renee have a prolonged history, and we know that Alyssa and Lady Rain have had history with each other, but they seem to like beating each other up.
So, couple that with the ref out there, this might just be the hardest hitting match all night.
Oh, no question or shadow of a doubt. And like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, I might be being unfair. She might have calmed down. But we call Stephanie the psychotic sweetheart for a reason, and that is because she takes the unpredictable in WW, dead serious. We could be in for some real fireworks here, ladies and gentlemen, as the WW Women's Champion Renee and Lady Rain are starting this match off. And my goodness, that's enough to disconcert any man, woman, or child. What Lady Rain just did right there, going to the ground.
Well, she got her scared right
tackling.
away. She ran right out of that ring. I don't think Jada's scared.
I don't think Jada's scared of anything or has ever been scared of anything in her life. One of the reasons she too has been a multi-time women's champion is because she takes any challenge that is put to her.
Well, how come you're not talking about Jada's background in karate?
Well, she does it, right? You are. She's got a very proficient karate background, and she knows how to take her opponents down quickly and effectively. But equally as effective right there is this leg scissor that Lady Rain has countered into. Jada Rose working her way out and over into a bridge, switches it into a headlock.
She's going to have to use a lot of that maneuverability tonight.
Absolutely. It is a little bit like Mountain and Viper in Game of Thrones, is if you get too close to Lady Rain, she will make you pay with the power that she can bring.
Jack Manley, nobody gets fantasy references. This is wrestling.
It's one of the most watched shows in the world. But right now, this should be the most watched show in the world because we are quite simply watching some of the best women in the business. Jada Rose throwing everything at Lady Rain, and Lady Rain still not going down. Finally finding the canvas and going to follow over that elbow drop. Could we see this match end quickly here, ladies and gentlemen?
Let me tell you a name of a show that everybody wants to watch. Kings and Honchos beating up PJ Melly.
I don't know about that. I think that's a stretch for. I didn't even think we're going to see that tonight. Even though you
better stick around. I think that's exactly what you're
and
seeing to lead off 2020.
Well, we do have that 6-man main event coming up. You gentlemen teaming with the Asinine Assassin Adam Bailey versus PJ Melly and his cohort. It's going to be a very exciting main event coming up. But not to detract, obviously, from this beautiful women's tag that we have going on already.
Oh, wow, that was a right hand.
I tell you
right
what, I was giving our male competitors credit earlier for throwing some real haymakers, but some of these shots from Renee are just vicious tonight.
Yep. But the thing I think that's going to win this match either way, one of these teams got to figure out how to be a team. That's something you can't deny the Honchos do well. We team up, we win a lot of matches that way.
I'm afraid I have to call a spade, and I have to give you credit. You gentlemen are a concise team, but right now,
let's see which one of these ladies figured out.
Absolutely.
I think they're gonna.
Jada Rose getting a little bit of that tag since trying to cut this ring in half early and keeping Lady Rain in this match as long as possible. Alyssa has been on that ring apron since the opening bell.
Yep. They must have took that from the Honchos.
Well, it's like in The Simpsons where Homer didn't want to go inside because the little guy wasn't doing anything. You know that as soon as push comes to shove, they're going to bring in the big guns.
Well, you're right about that, and it does say something. It is a good thing to have somebody fresh, man or woman, on in your corner. But that being
Excellent leg sweep. Got the big girl down with that.
No question or shadow of a doubt, Lady Rain starting to get a little bit of momentum here. She knows that her situation is dire and that she's getting worn down while this other team is staying fresh.
Bang, 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 Malone. I'm going to ask you a question that you
Rolls
know
our
the
hand.
answer
Near
to.
fall, boys. Near fall cannot quite get it there. Only going to go to 2.
How do you beat a tall person?
How do you beat a tall person?
How do you beat a tall person?
Cut them down at the knees.
Yeah, because what size are they? the same size when they're on the ground.
Absolutely, and that is really appears to be what Lady Rain's strategy is here. Finally bringing Renee, the women's champion, to her corner and getting Alyssa in.
I think
and
I
now,
saw some hair fall out there.
well, that may be so. I would not be surprised with just how absolutely determined these women are to beat each other senseless. Alyssa going in for that, cannot quite get it.
Who's
And
that in there, Jack Man?
that is Alyssa.
Eliza, I think her
Eliza.
name is.
We're calling her Alyssa, we're calling her Eliza.
I don't know, because you were rudely talking while Johnny Rodz was introducing her.
Well, I will
She got the champ down, whatever her name is.
absolutely, but bringing that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background is what she needs to do here if she wants to be successful against the women's champ. Being thrown into the fire here early and getting chopped down, it has to be said. Beautiful control here by the women's champ.
I'd just like to point out something that her shoulders were on the ground, but the referee wasn't counting.
Well, Psychotic Sweetheart, she has a history of being very, let's say, deferential to Alyssa and Lady Rain, and has teamed with them at times and joined forces with them, we have seen.
Yeah,
was
I'm
a
not
quick
sure
kick.
if she can even count the 3 there. Maybe she shouldn't have been in this match.
I think that she counted to 3 in a parallel universe. She's just skipping around the ring, just starting to get excited by watching her friends. I hate to say it, but it looks like I was right about her not being able to stay unbiased here, actively celebrating and skipping as the women's champion is being beat up by her friend Alyssa.
Isn't there a movie about the 3 of them coming out later this month?
What will that be called?
The Birds of Prey?
Oh, yes, that's indeed. You were right. They've been calling themselves that the last couple of shows. But you got to say, not seeing that cohesion here quite yet tonight. They are still a new tag team, still learning the ropes.
Yep, they're letting, one thing about the champions here, solid fundamentals. If you're letting Renee get back to her fundamentals, it's going to be over quick.
Absolutely. As Renee will ground and pound you like nobody's business, and Jada Rose will never say die. But it's hard to say die if you're never going to get the pin. And
But
now,
Jack Manley, something I gotta say, you're wearing the same color pink as she is tonight.
I am not wearing any pink in the slightest.
What's wrong with pink?
When you
There's
bent
nothing-
when you bent over to plug my microphone in, might have had photo evidence there.
Well, you know, we'll leave that to you, Bang Bang. I
Well-
don't see any problem with pink, but I
Well-
am currently decked out in WUW green and black, the way it should be, ladies and gentlemen.
If in Jack Manley's defense, I am the one wearing pink right now because real men wear pink.
That's a little different color. I don't think you're associating with her the way Jack Manley is.
Well, I don't know if anyone can associate right now with Psychotic Sweetheart. I think she's even disassociated from herself as Alyssa here, really functioning on, you can see, starting that joint manipulation to shove Jada
right.
Rose into that corner.
That was very smart work by doing what she needed to do to get her into the corner to get.
Absolutely, but the longer this match goes, you just sense that all fairness and all pretense of this being an even contest is being abandoned. I know that Jada Rose and Renee are extremely talented individuals in our women's division, but I just don't see how they can win a match with a referee who is not going to call a pinfall for them.
Well, that's where pure talent will come in.
I mean, it's one thing to say talent, it's another when the process is rigged against you.
I can make many comments right now about political systems, but I'm not going to.
Absolutely. That's not this kind of show. That's not what this is for. What this is for is for this athletic competition that you are seeing before you. And Jada Rose in real trouble as you see a train of stomps being run on Jada Rose right now by Lady Rain and Alyssa. And Stephanie's loving it. She isn't even giving a 5 count here.
Yeah, well, at least,
Just an absolutely heinous kind of advantage here. Kind of starting to get a little bit sick watching this here, because at some point you have to worry about Jada Rose's safety. As much heart as she has, there is only so much the human body can take.
This is getting Real Housewives of New Jersey level violence right now.
No question or a shadow of a doubt about it. Lady Rain.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness, Lady Rain got her foot caught, going for that cocky pin there, and
Got off balance.
gets swept for her troubles there. And Jada Rose has a little bit of an opportunity here to try and get herself back in this match. Can she seize on the momentum?
That adrenaline is amazing. You know, because like even though she was getting a beating, she's so angry right now. She's just blocking out any pain.
But that adrenaline right there can go away from you real quick if you take a shot like that to the obliques.
It's true. No, I think that if this were me, I would. Ooh, ow. Ooh.
You talked
I think
about
she wants that belt back.
you talked about this getting New Jersey ugly, just slamming Jada Rose's face into the canvas.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
That sunset flip looks pretty beautiful.
1, 2.
Oh my goodness. And somebody has to do something right about now about the Psychotic Sweetheart. I know we've got 2 of our junior female officials out here at ringside, but they can do nothing. The senior official for this match is the Psychotic Sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about them too. All I see them is with notepads out taking down notes.
I mean, there are many people you can take an example from. I don't know if I would take an example from somebody from a parallel universe. My goodness gracious, though.
No,
Talk about a parallel universe. You get a belly-to-belly on Lady Rain by Jada Rose.
No,
What power from the
She's
former
checking
champion.
her to see if she's conscious.
Yeah,
she has to stop this match if she can't go.
I don't know if I would have done that. I saw an opportunity where Jada Rose could have tagged, but it looked like she wanted all the glory for herself.
I don't know if it's that. I mean, she and Renee do have some bad blood, but they are trying to get on the same page here to clip the wings of the birds of prey. It looks like Renee has the opportunity to do just that. Gets to Lady Rain before Lady Rain can get to her corner and is looking for something big, sending her off the ropes. My goodness, that high Harley Race knee right to the jaw and nose of Lady Rain, and she is in serious
It
trouble.
makes a honcho want to howl.
Absolutely. Now Renee coming in, following with that elbow drop, and this is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, or it would be if the Psychotic Sweetheart was counting.
Whoa. She was going for 3, but
She must have a wrist
she
injury.
let go.
Not allowing
Well,
her to hit the mat.
I think Renee has seen enough. And the women's champion has been slapped by our official. And all pretense has been abandoned, ladies and gentlemen. It is.
She hit the referee. You need to disqualify her.
I don't know. I hate to say it, but if a referee ever had a shot coming, it was her. And now this is just devolved.
This is going wild.
This has just devolved into madness, ladies and gentlemen.
There's a honcho move for you.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
And
All out brawl.
oh, Jada
coming up,
Rose.
boys.
Oh my goodness. Almost a modified kill switch there as she sends Alyssa reeling. And that is what happens if you turn your back for a second on Lady Rain.
Money Magazine, here we come.
Uh-oh.
Looking to get that money herself is Renee. Oh my goodness. Up, down, go to sleep.
I'll
Uh-oh.
call for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She broke the pin. She broke the pin.
She broke the pin, and she's going to look Stephanie dead in the eye as she pins that down.
22.
Yeah, absolutely. I will give you that, Barry Mullen. You could count to 200, and Lady Rain would still be out on that canvas. And now Renee, quite simply, is looking for restitution.
I don't think the win is the thing on any of these ladies' mind anymore.
Well,
here they go.
Well, Renee wanted some revenge, and the Birds of Prey have decided that is not going to happen.
Where's those refs? Here they come. They better break this up.
Oh, they
It's out of control.
Oh, it's Samantha Strong. Oh, goodness.
Samantha Strong, she is evening the odds here for Jada Rose and Big Girl Renee, or is she? She has a score of her own to settle. They do not see her. The Birds of Prey celebrating, but this is about to turn into a nightmare.
Honcho time.
Boom! And that is how we do it in the House of Real, ladies and gentlemen. All Impact.
Jeez, Jack Manley, Mr. Broadway. I don't know how you guys do it. This is just about wore me out.
No doubt, and this is what the women's division brings every single time they get into the ring.
Woo! I kind of want more.
Broadway.
I think
Bang
they
Bang.
are.
We are getting an unscheduled match here. The Psychotic Sweetheart jumping back into the ring with the strong Samantha.
When a honcho grabs the microphone, they usually get what they want.
Well, you're right about that. Samantha Strong trained up by Bang Bang Barry Malone and Denny Douglas. And you can see it right there with that power she brings on the smaller woman. Just looking to absolutely beat her down.
She's having breakfast, lunch, and dinner tonight. Oh, no!
But that's
What's going on?
very impressive there by the Psychotic Sweetheart, hitting a Lou Thez press on Samantha Strong. Strong not going to let that go unabated, though.
Yep.
Going to send her moving. Oh, my goodness. Picks her up and has got her in the backslide position. What will we see her follow up here? Just treating her like a rag doll and keeping her up in that rack for a second there. And Stephanie getting a little bit of a second there to calm herself down. Gets that slap, finds her way around, and goes into that crucifix. What a move.
Who caught that one?
Unbelievable.
Well,
I didn't know this.
Take more than that to get Samantha.
It certainly will, but I will say I didn't know that the Psychotic Sweetheart had that in her arsenal. A very impressive crucifix pin attempt. But sometimes half clever and half intelligent is just enough to equal canvas.
So do you think that first match was loaded? If she's out here performing like this, why was she a ref in the first place?
Well, I think she was an official in the first place. The Birds of Prey, I think, may have pulled a fast one over our administration here, getting their own official in that match to try and take it. But you see that plan coming up too short for them. 3-on-2, and they could not get it done. And now you see in a 1-on-1, the Psychotic Sweetheart has some real fear in her eyes, staring down the determination of Samantha Strong. Pulling her down, trying to catfight from below, but Samantha just has too much strength, not going down and pulling the smaller woman up.
Yep, she knows what her advantage is in this match. You can tell she's been in there a couple times.
No question.
All you got to do is wear her down, big power moves.
Starting to get that veteran experience that comes in when you've been in this industry for a few years, understanding that she does not have to match the Psychotic Sweetheart for speed. Samantha Strong can live up to her name and use that.
Here we go again.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't learn the first time.
Is there anybody that she hasn't slapped this evening? Let's say.
Pin her, girl, pin her.
And that's going to be a pinfall right there. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Our junior official, Raven, getting the best of the Psychotic Sweetheart and helping Samantha Strong get a rightful victory here. And the Birds of Prey are 0-2.
Sometimes in this world, Jack Manley, you get what you deserve. And that's exactly what she deserved when she had the audacity to come up against a honcho.
And I understand what you're insinuating, but we will see whether or not you get what you deserve in tonight's main event, Bang Bang.
Speaking of, let me go do a couple push-ups, couple pull-ups, grab a couple phone numbers while I'm at it. And we're going to be showing you exactly what a honcho can do. All right, boys?
We shall see.
Broadway, it's a pleasure. Jack, good luck, brother.
Well, that was ominous. But certainly not ominous there. Certainly not ominous there is the emphatic way in which Samantha Strong brought her skills to bear there. The Psychotic Sweetheart got too big for her britches twice over this evening, and both times she paid for it in the currency of pain. And ladies and gentlemen, we have just been getting underway here. We've brought you some incredible action, and we are ready to continue on with another title match.
Let's give another referee.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yes, indeed.
Here they come. The first man in the ring is up from Egypt. Here's Prince Ahmed.
And ladies and gentlemen, this triple threat is officially, according to Commissioner Rods, is a match for both the light heavyweight title and the North American title. As Prince Ahmed, a man with no love lost between himself and these fans, makes his way into the ring, he is going up in a triple threat against Ivan Isaac, the bad boy, and Bushi Two Belts And somebody is coming out of this ring after this match with 2 championships, Broadway.
Now, is it for one person takes it, winner takes it all? Or
Winner takes all.
All right, I didn't know if it would be a la WrestleMania 2000.
Yes, indeed. It is a match for all the marbles. Will we have Bushi 2 belts? Will we have Ahmed taking both of them home? Or will the bad boy deliver once again?
I'd like to point out that this is the Dope Bros fighting each other as well.
Yes, indeed. Right you are, the Dope Bros, one of our former incredible tag teams here in the WUW, split. Prince Ahmed taking exception, but
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your next assessment. He is the big boy, Ivan.
he's going to have to save some of that energy for this man. He is the bad man. He is Ivan Isaac. One of our most decorated veterans here in the WUW. I have... And let me tell you something about Ivan Isaac, ladies and gentlemen. I truly believe that there is nothing he cannot do in this ring.
His name, and he's still champion. Here he is, Little John. Little John.
And we call him affectionately Little John, but Johnny Bushi, Bushi 2 belts, making his way to the ring, and the stakes could not be higher.
Now, he could be Johnny No Belts by the end of the night.
That's exactly right, Broadway, and that has got to be crossing his mind as he faces down 2 true stalwarts of the WUW. And Bushi 2 belts, the type of guy you like to see with gold in the WUW. He represents his family proudly, he represents this house proudly, and he brings his 100% effort every time he steps within those ropes. But I wonder, Broadway, as we get into this match, I just wonder if that's going to be enough when you're faced with this kind of competition.
Well, sometimes you've got to pull a little bit from the bottom to see what you get to the top.
Absolutely, and these men are going to be going all the way down into the bottom of the well to see who can come out with both the North American title and the light heavyweight title. Prince Ahmed taking liberties early on both the Dope Bros, and he is going to pay for it early.
I think that Prince Ahmed's going to win this one, and let me tell you why. Because, see, right here, the Dope Bros know how to work with each other. And even though that they had a little bit of a differences in their past and a little bit of betrayal, the fact that there will be that slight hesitation.
Well, we're going to see that Dope Brothers offense early.
There's going to be that slight hesitation to actually hurt the other person. Prince Ahmed does not care about
Possibly,
either of
and you
these
see
persons.
there the other problem. They hit the dope drop on Prince Ahmed, but Ivan Isaac pulling Bushi 2 belts off of that cover. And now you see where the dissension is going to come in here. Even though these two men have the utmost respect for each other, what they understand is that the power that you get from being a champion in this industry is something that you cannot pass up.
If Prince Ahmed was smart, he'd let them beat each other up and then take them while they're down.
And it looks as though that might be what he's doing, is these two men focusing in on each other. Bushi coming out with a ball of energy at his disposal, clubbering Ivan Isaac in that corner. But there comes Prince Ahmed, and there, as you said, Broadway, is the ring sense of the Prince, understanding that he needs to make sure these men beat on each other before he isolates one or the other.
It's
Very
true.
intelligent offense.
Very true.
And now you see your premonition coming into fruition early as Prince Ahmed taking an advantage here, much to the chagrin of these fans.
I don't see him. I do see Prince Ahmed grinning, but I don't know about the Dope Bros.
My goodness, well, there's a grin right there from Bushi. Hits that drop kick beautifully,
Bushi
dead
better be
center
careful.
on the jaw of Ahmed. And Ahmed is going to roll to the outside and give himself a break.
Ooh, right in the fotch.
Well, my goodness, we thought we saw a monster drop kick from Bushi, and Ivan Isaac just played one up on him. Rolling over for that pinfall, not going to be enough as Prince Ahmed pulls him off the cover from the outside. And we have a little extracurricular there as Prince Ahmed sends Ivan Isaac into that post, and suddenly he is back in control.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. That's the type of knee that can give you a bulging disc. And that looks to be the game plan here for the Prince.
I taught him that one.
I do not doubt it. You are known as is Prince Ahmed for targeting that lower back region, and it is one of the most effective places you can target in the industry. As you look at the pressure he's putting on there, you take out a man's lower back, he loses the ability to stand up straight.
He loses the ability to breathe. He loses everything.
You can't throw strikes with any power. It's the worst part of the body to get injured, and unfortunately, that is where the pressure is on John Bushi.
I'd like to point out that Bushi looks to have Spider-Man tights on.
It does indeed, but he's going to need to be the incredible Spider-Man more than the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if he wants to come away with the victory here. But right now, just
you
as
mean
amazing.
The spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah, stand corrected there.
Or the amazing Spider-Man?
He will need to be amazing, though. The point does stand because right now, Ivan Isaac is really starting to get some heat underneath him and starting to really take control. Bushi just staggering over to break up that pinfall, but he does not look like he is at 100%.
Now, going back to the being targeted with the lower back, I don't think his spear will work as well if his lower back is hurting him because he can't get the momentum with the running.
Well, certainly. If you can't follow through with the hips, then you're just running into a man with your shoulder.
Oh, look at that. Okay, Ivan Isaac, classically trained mat wrestler.
Absolutely.
College level, high school level. Prince Ahmed almost was saying, let me have a taste now.
And that's an incredible bit of offense there. Bushi getting himself to the ropes. Ahmed trying to pull Ivan Isaac away so he doesn't get another rope break. This time we get a kick out from the bad boy. And this has just been absolutely unbelievable. As you see the differences in styles, you've seen the speed of Bushi, you've seen the incisiveness of Prince Ahmed, and you have seen the technical prowess of Ivan Isaac. The question now, as Ivan Isaac in real trouble there on the ring ropes.
Now,
referee can't break this hold, but you can see, you have to see which style is going to win out here. Right now, Ahmed.
Oh, that power of Ivan Isaac.
I tell you what, to be able to do a reverse Alabama slam from a tarantula the way he just did, that takes some serious heart and some serious power.
Now,
and you can see that power right there in that leg as he boots Bushi into next week.
Now, if you were in this match, what would you do? My technique would be that I would use Little John as a weapon.
Honestly, I think there is an opportunity to use a weapon in tandem offense, but if I am any of these men right now, we have been settling into this match and we have brutalized each other as much as we can. You got to start pulling out the power. You got to start pulling out the big shots to see what sticks.
See, like right now, I would hip toss Bushi into Prince Ahmed while he's on the ground and to keep him down.
Well, I don't know if he can manage that from here. It's a long distance, but you see Ivan Isaac going to that power. Oh my goodness, he's really going for power, and this is a dangerous place for Bushi Two Belts to be. And he can go for any myriad of things. As I said when he was coming out, there is nothing in this ring that Ivan Isaac cannot do, and he can do just about anything from up there to end this title reign. What's that?
I can tell you one thing he can't do. Beat me.
That may be so, but right now he has been trying to put a beating on Bushi. Bushi Two Belts fighting back, looking to get to that top rope, and he comes in. Ivan Isaac caught the crossbody. My goodness gracious. And here comes a tandem offensive maneuver. A beautiful heel kick.
Had he won, that would have been pure luck.
Oh, it would have been unbelievable. I thought we had a title retention there out of pure luck from Bushi, but this match will continue. Ivan Isaac not going to give up that easily.
Well, it takes a little skill and it takes a lot of luck.
And it takes, in Ahmed's case, a little bit of offense to these fans. Gesturing at them pretty profanely there before doing the double elbow, and takes a little too much time and lets both these men get out of those
And
falls.
it looks like that Little John knocked down the Good Luck Pumbaa that we have underneath the World of Unpredictable Wrestling sign.
Oh, you don't want to see that. We keep that up there because those animals live hard, and so do we, as you can clearly see in this triple threat match. And now you see that power coming out a little bit more. Ahmed rolling through, follows up a suplex with a beautiful neck breaker, and that's the type of shot that can put this match away. No, it can't.
Oh, man.
I tell you what, I have been so impressed with all of this action tonight. It's just every single member of this roster starting off 2020 on a high note. And a Pele kick, beautiful overhead by Bushi there as he makes it count, comes in and follows up with a clothesline. And this is the last thing Ahmed or Ivan Isaac want to see. Bushi gets a little momentum, it goes a long way.
Now, I'd like to point out that, go back to a comment that I said before about how this reminds me of...
Oh my goodness, we got a Tilt-A-Whirl DDT! A Tilt-A-Whirl DDT!
This match reminds me of another match from 20 years ago at a certain event where there were an Olympic-style wrestler.
Oh my goodness gracious!
A technical wrestler and another great... It reminds me of Benoit, Angle, and Jericho.
Right to bring up that triple threat, one of the most famous matches in WWE history for good reason. And these three men are bringing a similar styles clash to bear in the WUW, and it has been absolutely amazing.
I think. Hey, Jack, did you get hit by that tooth that went flying?
I think I might have. I said Bushi got kicked into next week earlier in this match. That one kicked him into next month.
Oh. I hope that he knows it's a leap year.
Well, hang on, Schoolboy here by Prince Ahmed. Doesn't go for the pin, is going to instead counter into, he's looking for a modified sharpshooter there, trying to bring in that pressure on the lower back of Ivan Isaac where he'd been working previously on John Bushi. And Bushi coming in, gets over in a crucifix. Can he do it? Not going to be enough there. Referee got his hand blocked by Ahmed's foot there and could not come down for three. Very smart move by the veteran, but he takes the Sojourn to the outside for his troubles.
Uh-oh.
Now Bushi surrounded there, and Ahmed takes an enziguri off the ropes from Ivan Isaac. Beautiful dodge by Bushi, two belts to make it happen. Now coming in, oh my goodness, O'Connor roll, and that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. What a piece of technical perfection. With the lower back of John Bushi absolutely wrecked in this match. He could not go for the spear, but he had to go for an O'Connor roll to get that pinfall, and it looks as though he has come out on top in this match. An absolutely beautiful performance by the champion, and that is why he has had both of those belts on lock.
And stealing a winner, Little John.
I tell you what, that triple threat had a little bit of everything, and although all credit to Prince Ahmed and Ivan Isaac for absolutely sensational performances this evening, at the end of the day, it is still the reign of Bushi two belts, and now getting in the face of Ivan. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Well, the Dope Brothers have had their problems, but that is a big problem. A shot to the nuts and a shot to the back of the head.
That was an axe
My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, our dual champion is down, and our dual champion is hurt. I am absolutely shocked. A man of Ivan Isaac's caliber is above this. Now, come on, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this, Ivan. You're better than this.
No, he needs to do it. He needs to put John in his place.
There are ways to prove yourself. This is too much. This is not. No. Get off this man. Somebody's got to help our champion. Somebody's got to help the champion here. This is disgraceful.
They're just talking it out. It's all right.
This is come on, Broadway. There's a time and a place, and this is certainly above and beyond the pale.
And we just have a referee videotaping it. I wonder if Ivan.
And this is absolutely disgraceful. I have a lot of respect for Ivan Isaac, but after tonight, I'm not so sure. I just think that it is dastardly, it is heinous, it is uncouth, it is so many vocabulary words right now. No, come on. Now, you've done enough. You've done enough, bad boy. No, don't give him the spine buster! Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna need some medical attention here for the champion. John Bushi.
Beautiful.
John Bushi gave his absolute heart tonight. He gave his heart to win his match against his former brother and against Prince Ahmed. He did an amazing job of coming out on top. But what we have seen since the bell is an absolute disgrace to wrestling.
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't describe how beautiful. I stood up.
You've done enough. You've done enough. This young man gives his heart and soul. No! This beating just will not stop. Somebody's got to do something.
Don't somebody think of the children?
Well, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he just booted him in the side of the head.
And I'd like to point out that
Broadway, he just booted him in the side of the head.
I'd like to point out that nobody's coming to help him because everybody must be afraid of Ivan Isaac right now.
I mean, you saw the look in Ivan's eyes.
He is a man possessed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just concerned for the champion's health right now. I'm just concerned for the champion. I'm concerned for his family. This is not right. And these fans letting Ivan Isaac know, but the damage is done, and there's not a lot to say here other than the champion's got to get some help here. The champion's got to get help. You love this business and you love the physicality of it, but there comes a time when you got to worry about a guy's welfare. And our champion, rightfully getting the round of applause he deserves. He gave his all tonight, and he did not deserve the beating he just took. I have lost so much respect for the bad boy Ivan Isaac tonight, and I did not think that would happen.
And I would like to point out that veteran trainer Bad Boy Billy Walker, Cowboy Walker, had come out to help him.
Cowboy Billy Walker representing the House of Real. He is a honcho, but he respects heart and he respects game. And he saw the beating that man took tonight. And he stepped in as Johnny's left-hand man and made sure that Bushi Two Belts was okay. You love to see that kind of support. But you wonder, nobody was coming out to that ring with the look in Ivan Isaac's eyes. You saw Ahmed get out of here quick, and you saw what happened.
Here we go. Let's give a new referee tonight. Here's Adrian. Let's go ahead. Adrian.
Another tag team match.
Yes, indeed.
Amazing.
We bring them fast and we bring them loose. We gotta get back to it, ladies and gentlemen. We had to bring you back into this action. Well, if there was anything that could bring this mood right back up, it's tag team action, and we have one of the hottest new teams out there coming to the ring right now. We have the FRS, the fastest rising star, Eric the Bomber Barroso, and the evil one, Jesse LeBon. These two men forming an unholy alliance here to see if they can make their mark on tag team wrestling in 2020. But they will have their work cut out for them, ladies and gentlemen, because they are about to be faced by two men well-versed in the world of tag.
All right. They're taking on the new kids on the block, Tyson and KG Brown.
And here we go. Yes, indeed, the new kids on the block. We have Chris Cason, and we've got KJ Brown, the depraved one. And these two have a look of pure focus on their minds and on their faces as they approach this ring. See, the depraved one using that mask, using that new ring gear here, he has been talking about building up his mind games, playing a little bit more of the tactical game in wrestling in 2020, and you can see it having an effect already. Really genuinely creating an ominous presence as he and Chris Cason come to the ring here. And this one could be a truly fraught, and dare I say it, with Jesse LeBon in there, an evil affair.
Now, I don't know who I don't like more, Eric LeBoom or Chris Cason.
Well, listen, Eric LeBoom, he has been one of the true great stories of the WW in 2019. Started out as an 18-year-old kid here and took to the game like it's his second time around the business.
Yeah, I'm going to call him Eric LeBoom because he's cousins with Jesse LeBoom.
Oh, well, interesting fact there. I was not aware of that, but right now,
well, somewhere along the line. I'm not a genealogist.
Let's get back
to the match.
He's not being very brotherly right now to Chris Cason as these two are going at each other with some early chaining here.
Actually, I don't like Jesse LeBoom either because of my last match. And I don't like KJ because of the Battle Royale last year.
Well,
I don't like anybody in this ring.
Well, dare I say, it's going to be a tough one for you, and it looks like it's going to be a tough one for these men. As you see, starting off here, Eric Barroso and Chris Cason getting involved in the technical game early, trying to see who can out-manipulate the other man.
Well, Bill.
And you see just beautiful move there into that headlock by Chris Cason. Absolutely textbook, and that's the type of finesse and the type of skill you learn.
Makes me sick.
May make you sick, but it is the type of skill you get under the tutelage of Johnny Rods.
That's
Quick
true.
little shoulder block there by Chris Cason. Eric Barroso trips him up a little bit and is going to jump over.
I think he tried to kick him because he's a dirty wrestler.
Well, I don't know if he's dirty. Nothing dirty about a beautiful arm drag coming up there and following up with a nice bit of offense there to flatten that arm. Saw that a little bit earlier in the New York State Championship match. The effectiveness of singling out a body part and making that your focus during the match is what really matters a lot of the time when you were faced with an opponent like a Chris Cason.
And then Chris Cason was faking it that way that he knew what Derek whatever his name, Barroso, that's his name. I'm so mixed up.
One of these days you are going to have to get it. For right now, just call him the FRS, the fastest rising star.
I refuse to call him that.
Well, a gentleman equally trying to raise his star, the depraved one, KJ Brown, getting in this match. And you can see right now what his game is all about. Eric Barroso trying to get him into that technical war he was having with Chris Cason, and KJ Brown saying, no, I'm going to smother you with my power. I'm going to bring you to the mat, and I'm going to lean on you. And when you're a big man and you can put weight like that on somebody, they tire out quick. And just look at these shots here by the depraved one. KJ Brown taking Barroso to task as they get back to the corner. Quick tag there to Chris Cason. And this is tag strategy that you like to see. Chris Cason, the new kid on the block, a well-versed tag wrestler, obviously teaching KJ a thing or two about how to manage a match like this in the early stages as the boots are really getting sunk in. Jesse LeBon, the evil one, coming all the way to the other side of the ring to try and get the ref's attention and getting KJ's ire for his trouble.
Stomping a mud hole in him.
No question or a shadow of a doubt. Chris Cason looking for the pin here. Eric Barroso gets his shoulders up, not going to be denied that easily.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness, vicious shot there. A beautiful combination, one to the abs and one to the face. But Chris Cason didn't like that at all. He's going to just whip him down to the ground, and he is going to look to seize on this momentum. Remember, Eric Barroso has been in this match since the word go so far. Jesse LeBon has been stuck on that ring apron begging for a tag. Now you see a beautiful leg pick there by Eric Barroso.
For a figure four.
You've got me messing up his name now, but he is going for that figure four.
No, it's not a figure four. It's a figure.
It's a trailer hitch is what it is. It's an old school trailer hitch. If he can get that foot cinched in on the knee of Chris Cason, it'd be all over, but couldn't quite lock that in. Now Eric Barroso trying to get a little bit of steam here is going to finally make his corner, and the evil one is in the match. Jesse LeBon coming in to bring a change of pace here.
No, I thought you were going to say bring a change of clothes.
Well, both men donned out in black and white gear, dare I say nearly matching for the aesthetics, getting on that same page as a tag team, and KJ Brown clearly on the same page with his partner, saving that pin.
Astute observation.
Absolutely, and these men are just bringing this action into the corner, just trying to wear each other down any way that they can. Chris Cason hops out. Oh my goodness, that short knee strike there. Jesse LeBon was not prepared, and he has been sent reeling as we get another tag from the new kids on the block.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that there might be something that we're overlooking.
And what is that there, Broadway?
Is that for a long time,
Goodness!
Jesse LeBron and Chris Cason were the new kids on the block.
That right you are, as Jesse LeBron's getting pinned here. Cannot quite put him away, can KJ Brown. But you are right to notice that. Is at one time the new kids on the block was the evil one, Jesse LeBron, and the beautiful one, Chris Cason. Since then, Jesse LeBron, a little bit of a change in attitude, using that evil mind of his for the forces of good. Chris Cason using his beauty for bad.
And then he pulled in KJ.
Absolutely. Well, of course, when you are a bad man, you can pull in someone like the depraved one and have them game from the word go. You tell KJ Brown that there's violence in the air, he is going to bring it to bear. And my goodness, this stalling suplex to absolute perfection. And that is the power that got Chris Cason to recruit this young man into the fold.
I was going to say that he looks like he might be a good recruit.
Listen, I have seen KJ Brown lift weights that I could say the type of weight that this man lifts in the gym and no one would believe me. It's that incredible. Like, this is a guy who you're looking at a squat of a solid, he's over 400 easy. And he makes it, and you can see it right there when he moves the way that he does. But he's quick, too. With his frame, he's a quick and sturdy individual and quick-witted as well. A true pickup here, as you can see, and the new kids on the block really seizing on that advantage. Now, and a beautiful little follow-up there. Just getting the sense that Eric Barroso and Jesse LeBron might be a little bit over their heads here. They are a new and exciting tag team, but they are being faced down by some veteran skill and intelligence, and they are struggling for answers.
The referee's not really getting in there. He's choking him.
Trying to keep, toying with the referee a little bit, switching the hands between the neck and the hands on the chin.
See,
and Eric Barroso has seen enough.
I was going to say, sometimes whether or not you think you're trying to do the right thing and trying to follow the rules, if your partner's getting choked like that, you got to get in the ring.
No question. And Eric Barroso doing his duty as a tag team member, getting in there and breaking up a bad and unfair situation for his partner, and he's going to get a tag as a result.
That's why
Chris
you got
Cason backing off, and now we have power versus power, quite simply here. The depraved one and Eric Barroso, the FRS, are going toe-to-toe here, and this is the type of brawl that you want to see. Masterful form suplex there from the Bomber. Now he wants to follow it up with something. Just going to put a stomp to the sternum there to keep KJ Brown in place, and he follows it with a beautiful big splash. And the beautiful one says, "I'll show you, beautiful." And now this match has genuinely begun to break down here a little bit. Chris Cason coming off that apron, attacking both members of the team of Eric Barroso and the Evil One here. And we are suddenly at an impasse in this match. Who is going to seize upon this little stalled moment?
This is a car wreck.
No question about
it. In like a derby way, not like this is a terrible thing.
No, absolutely. Well, I mean, it could. I mean, knowing these gentlemen,
KJ Brown is choking Eric Barroso in the corner there.
And now Chris Cason taking his turn to choke him. I know you said that it was like a derby more than a pile-up, but this is quickly turning into a 15-car crash on the highway. These men just absolutely trying to beat the tar out of each other. And now Depraved just taunting Eric Barroso, just staying in his face and mocking him as he tries to go for his corner. And you got to think, the new kids on the block have given so much in this match and have been masterful in the way that they have conducted themselves. And you just got to wonder if it's only a matter of time before they take this home.
I think taking home any second they want. I think they're just playing with him now.
I worry that might be the case, but you can't toy with someone like Eric Barroso because, as you see, he's not going to go down that easily.
Oh, you hit him like Ivan Isaac hit John Bushi last match, and they go down right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize. John Bushi is being looked at in the back. We do not yet have a medical update on him, but we do know that it is serious. Ivan Isaac absolutely going crazy at the end of his match and beating John Bushi within an inch of his life.
Ooh.
These men are looking to do the same here. Beautiful schoolboy there by Eric Barroso. Can't get the pinfall.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, Jack, but that could have went for a spear, but Chris Cason has such powerful abs that it didn't even affect him, and he was able to stand his ground.
Oh my goodness. Well, Chris Cason always had a good abdominal game, trained as a baseball player, and taking a Louisville slugger to the chest there for his trouble.
Yeah. Well, he gives a Louisville slugger as well.
No question there, and both these men now really need to get to their corners. We are going to see who seizes on the momentum, who has that spark to bring this match home. Will it be Jesse LeBon or will it be KJ Brown?
I'm just glad I didn't see Chris Cason crawling over to Jesse.
Jesse LeBon follows that clothesline up with a short arm. Oh my goodness, now he's locked him in and he's got a complete shot reminiscent of Raven. And he will not get KJ Brown down on that. A beautiful maneuver, caught the depraved one completely off guard.
That was an interesting move. I've never seen that before.
Well, you might recognize it is a gentleman by the name of Raven would use that move as to absolute effect in the WWE, where our commissioner is a Hall of Famer. That move, big in the late 90s, early 2000s. Wonderful to see Jesse LeBon breaking it
that
out.
didn't look like I know the complete shot. That didn't look like a complete shot. That looked like something completely different and original by Jesse LeBon.
Well, bringing his own taste to it.
I know that move, though.
That we know from that same era. That was an angle slam. And that Olympic slam, can KJ use that to turn it? No, he cannot. Jesse LeBon surviving an extreme power move right there to continue this match.
Calling upon the forces of evil.
No, I have to say, you got to wonder what keeps a guy like him going when he has taken the beating that he has, and it may indeed be something supernatural, something spiritual we just do not know. And he's going to try and put that spirit right into KJ Brown.
Elbow right into the corner.
And that's the type of move that'll snap the sternum in half. Beautiful one knows that it's in trouble. Chris Cason breaking up that pin, and Eric Barroso's seen enough, going after that corner as well. And once again, we are starting to devolve into chaos. 2020 proving to be a most unpredictable year already. Barroso brings those knees, aiming them, not letting KJ Brown get any fresh air, but will not put him down. Unbelievable determination here by both teams to stay in this match.
That's true.
Now KJ Brown looking to get to his corner. He's got Barroso rolled over and he pushes him off.
See that?
Gets that tag to Chris Cason.
That wasn't a wise idea. You don't put him into the other. Oh, almost taking off his head.
Absolutely.
I was going to say you don't put him into their own corner where they can tag out.
I think when you hit a guy with a shot like that, it doesn't matter. Back suplex. Wonderful move there.
Yeah, almost hit him with a grand slam.
No question. Once again, not going to be enough. The beautiful one getting in, and Eric Barroso kicking himself out there as well. And you can see the wear and tear on these men. Both Jesse LeBon and Chris Cason using each other's weight to get each other up.
Out of nowhere.
Unbelievable.
Out of nowhere.
You talk about a move we've never seen before. Good Lord. KJ Brown has beheaded Jesse LeBon.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. Power move after power move here, and Eric Barroso has found his advantage. But it might not be enough. Chris Cason.
I don't think Jesse LeBron got all of it on Chris Cason before.
I don't think he did either. That's why the man's getting up and putting the fists to Eric Barroso in that corner. What can he follow up with? But Jesse LeBon getting himself recovered here as well. Only man still down, KJ Brown, after taking a massive shot.
I'm surprised that who was
And
that?
now we have
Jesse
broken
took
down.
that knee.
We have broken down, ladies and gentlemen, into absolute anarchy. Our referee Adrian here, our official, trying to get control of this, but he has an all-out brawl in his hands, and he has a decision to make right here for these gentlemen's safety, because this has devolved into a war, and that's it. He's going to have to call it. Our junior official, Adrian, did everything he could to try and bring this match back under control, and it just was not enough to get things moving in the right direction. And so we will have a no contest here, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't think these men have even realized it. Still going after one another. And at the end of the day, we have Eric Barroso and Jason LeBon standing tall in that ring, but no conclusive edge in this budding tag team rivalry. And Broadway, as I said earlier with Post Alpha, I think we will be seeing this again.
There is no winner. WUW.
And you hate to see a no contest, but you're not going to hate the next two matches we have on this card, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty of our evening, and we have two incredible matches to bring you still yet to come. In our first match, we will bring you more tag action. The Faceless Ones going one-on-one with Eric, or one-on-one, I say, in a tag match, with Eric the Red and Geronimo. And then that big main event we promised you earlier, PJ, Medic number 1, and Big Al versus the Honchos, and Adam the Asinine Assassin Bailey. It is going to be an absolute slobber knocker.
You mean the Asinine? Assassin, as I call him?
It's not the easiest name to say in the world, but it is a name we get out nonetheless because he is a talented man, and he'll be the first to let you know it.
It's true.
But right now, we have tag action to focus on. We have a team that they just well be coming up against those aforementioned Honchos before too long. The Faceless Ones, who have been on an absolute tear, have been tested time and time again and continue to be a hot team in the tag division.
Here they are. The team of Eric the Red and Kid Geronimo.
And here come Eric the Red and Kid Geronimo. Both
Here he is, Eric the Red. From the hill, Kid Geronimo.
worth noting, both of these gentlemen have over a decade of experience between the two. They know this WUW ring inside and out. And if the Faceless Ones are going to be successful, that's the kind of veteran experience they've got to combat.
Well,
Oh man, Eric the Red.
a decade between the two. I have 12 years under my belt this year.
As we mentioned earlier in our broadcast, I am sitting next to one of our most decorated veterans as well, a gentleman who makes me better every time I get on this microphone to talk to you folks. And we are once again thanking you so much for joining us for the meat of this evening. And here they come. The Faceless Ones are ready to rock and roll. They have made unbelievable strides in the last 6 months, and they have become a tag team to fear, not just in this house, but in any house around the globe. You see that tag team spirit, you see the coordinated work, you see the coordinated ideas, and you see that coordinated determination and spirit. Oh, and this match is going to get started early. It's breaking down quickly as Kid Geronimo and Eric the Red want to bring it to the Faceless Ones. They know what a threat they are, and they need to make sure they neutralize it as quickly as possible.
I think they just want to get out of here because they don't want to. They got partying to do later.
Well, they are the ones that, Kid Geronimo and Eric the Red, they'll let you know how cool they are. They'll let you know how connected they are and how much they like to party. But I don't think partying is the name of the game when you've got a tag team like the Faceless Ones staring you down.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna. If Eric the Red doesn't do so well today, I think he's a little upset about the Bills' complete loss and the devastation.
Buffalo's got a Buffalo, but right now WW's got a WW, and what that is about respect, it is about hard work, and it is about tenacity. And we are about to see that now that this match is finally starting to calm down and get itself underway.
Let's hope that Eric the Red and Kid Geronimo, or Geronimo, he's not a kid anymore, don't follow the same path where they think that they're going to win, and then all of a sudden they're not in the playoffs anymore.
Absolutely not. You don't want to run the risk of coming out to a hot lead and then getting yourself caught up in the later stages of the match. But if we know anything about the Faceless Ones, It's that they have the ability to strike and to take a match over at any point. That is the type of physical conditioning, the type of technical prowess and intelligence that they bring to the ring. And you are seeing it right now, taking on the veterans in Geronimo and Eric the Red. Face gets sent off here. Geronimo comes up with a spine buster. My goodness, pulling out the power early.
The spine buster was almost as good as the spine buster from, what's his name, Ivan Isaac before.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, we will get you a medical update on John Bushi as soon as we are able. We received word that he may have to go to a local medical facility and be looked at for the injuries he sustained during that attack. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Faceless Ones here in a lot of trouble here. Started off a little bit hot, started off in good shape for the brawl, but now the veteran experience of Eric the Red coming into play here, grinding Face down and keeping him planted on that mat. Understanding that if he cannot be as quick as this young man, and he does not have the heart or the will of these young men, he's got to plant him, and he's got to plant him early, and critically keep him down to the very end.
Oh, right in the face was that drop kick.
Eric the Red reeling. That's why you got to keep these men down for the entire match. And Jocko almost making a mistake there. Kid Geronimo was not up paying attention there and just saved from an accidental tag there. And that is going to pay dividends for the Faceless Ones as Eric the Red is in real trouble. My goodness, what a corkscrew right there. Eric the Red might be out, ladies and gentlemen. There was so much speed and torque on that maneuver that he is in real trouble. Eric the Red now grabbing at the face, grabbing at the beard there, and seizing an advantage as Kid Geronimo blocks the referee's view from that move, and suddenly the momentum has changed yet again. Another face buster there on Kid Jocko. Oh, my goodness, another hard chop. And another hard chop there from Kid Geronimo, just starting up a chop line between the two men and holding Kid Jocko in the corner for it as well. So Jocko fighting back admirably here, trying to get himself some space.
Ooh.
But he is going to get planted.
Boss man slam.
Absolutely. I haven't seen that one in a number of years as well. Bringing out all the stops are these WUW athletes this evening, but getting a little bit frisky with the rules there. Kid Geronimo on Kid Jocko's neck. Referee luckily getting him up and away. Now Kid Jocko trying to get himself underneath those ropes for a little bit of respite, but Eric the Red right there and in Kid Geronimo's corner. Suddenly the Faceless Ones look to be in a whole heap of trouble here as Kid Jocko cannot make it to his corner, and the punishment is continuing. That hip toss will take the air right out of you. He's going to follow it up with a headbutt right to the chest. Unbelievable damage being dealt. But Geronimo cannot put Kid Jocko down. Jocko trying to get to that corner. And Geronimo, that wily veteran tag sense, cutting this ring in half to bring Eric the Red back into this match. Not going to be enough, though. Kid Jocko staying alive here. Eric the Red getting frustrated, going for another pin. Once again, pulling on the hair, starting to get a little bit more frustrated, a little bit more terse with his action. You can sense a little bit of that Bills-related frustration coming to the surface.
It's true. If I were him, I'd use that to my advantage.
Absolutely. You've got to use anything you can in the wrestling game to your advantage, but you do need to stay clean, which he's trying to do somewhat, but the hair is becoming an issue this evening for more than just, it's got to be said, more than just Eric the Red. Men taking liberties, women taking liberties all night.
Oh, let the hate flow through you.
But taking a liberty right there with the knee is Kid Jocko, and my goodness, that's one way to break up a tag is Kid Geronimo absolutely clubbering the back of Kid Jocko. And now Eric the Red looking to seize himself into something. He's got the legs cinched up and holding Jocko in place. And what is Geronimo going to follow up with? A beautiful elbow there to the back, holding this man on their side of the ring and prevent. Oh, now come on. Geronimo, I gave him a little bit of leeway in taking liberty earlier, but those push-ups just showing that whatever respect he came into this match for with the Faceless Ones, he has left it at the door.
Well, Geronimo used to be a really nice guy. He used to be a friend of mine. But then he started to become a jerk, so I stopped hanging out with him.
Well, they're certainly acting like he and Eric the Red both acting the part of jerks right now, and Kid Jocko saying what he does to jerks. He doesn't like being bullied, but he may not have much of a choice, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of brief fire there, and he gets himself cut off once again. Oh, now Geronimo, evil intentions here.
Look at that strength.
An unreal body slam, just absolute power. Taking a lackadaisical pin there, though, and now just trying to cinch in that neck lock. Yeah, it's got him in a full-on headlock at this point now, but Kid Jocko's been in this match for a considerable amount of time. Face's been stuck on that apron for a long, long time, and he wants back in like nobody's business.
I don't know why he wants to be in there with Kid Geronimo.
Well, that might go a long way to it. A beautiful front drop kick there to the jaw Geronimo. And Eric the Red trying to get into the ring. Shoves the official down and is pulling his partner to his corner. And Face has gotten himself back in. Eric the Red finally gets his tag. And he's going to get a German suplex for his troubles. Geronimo comes in. He's going to, oh my goodness. And a back suplex for his troubles. Face turning into a veritable suplex machine a la WUW alum Taz this evening.
Eric the Red.
Gonna take a boot for his trouble.
I don't know. He's got a pretty hard head. I don't think that affected him.
No, it didn't. And that one, and it takes another shot to the head, this time from the ring ropes. And now Face is gonna fly. He's got something planned. Shoulder block right into the heart and jaw of Eric the Red, and he is really reeling here. Geronimo down. It looks like it's Jocko's turn. A beautiful roundhouse combination.
They almost took his head off with that one.
Unbelievable. If Geronimo knows where he is, I would be stunned. And now you see the power of Face. Beautiful little cutter there from the Samoan drop position, and he wants to follow it up, but that is a long way to go. More than halfway across the ring.
Headbutt.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Absolutely beautiful maneuver.
No, this ain't over.
Oh my goodness. Are we going to see that beautiful faceless combo? The faceless combination is ready, steady, go, 450 splash! What a match. What a victory. I said coming in, Broadway, I said coming in that the Faceless Ones were not just a danger to our house, but a danger to every house, and they have proved that they are on the pathway to gold and to get to big paydays in their future. Unbelievable performance tonight.
Oh, I thought they were going to hit each other, because that's a lot of that's been going on.
Well, we've had a lot of discord between teams tonight. But one group we are having no issues with here, the Faceless Ones. They know how good they are. They are putting the wrestling world on notice, and the only thing you can do is stand at attention for the action they bring. I'll tell you what, if I'm the honchos, I'm a little bit worried about this team.
I wouldn't. I have full faith in the honchos.
Well, that may be so, but that faith is about to be tested, King, because it is time for our main event. It is PJ Savage, Medic #1, and Big Al, and they will take on the honchos, Asinine Assassin Adam Bailey. It is going to be a fraught affair, ladies and gentlemen, and we are ready for the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. We have a special referee. He's an international guy. He's been doing this for a long time. And then we'll give him a hand. He's the real McCoy. Give him a hand. Here's Mr. Lopez.
And wonderful to see one of our senior officials making a return here.
We really need a good referee here because these guys
Commissioner Rods is right about that.
They are coming right out of the dressing room like fire. They still champion, and they got a partner. And the partner is no other than Adam Bailey, and they are the Honchos.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Bang Bang Barry Malone earlier this evening. He seemed confident. The Honchos are never ones to be afraid or intimidated by the matches that they go into, but they are scary individuals at the maximum. We could be in for some real carnage as they come to the ring, and teaming with somebody like the Asinine Assassin, who is on the very tip top of their game mentally and physically. Now, I've got a lot of respect for our heavyweight champion, PJ Savage, and his skills, but this is a threat that is extremely hard to surmount right here. And one thing, it isn't here comes trouble, ladies and gentlemen. It is trouble has arrived, and it has arrived in spades. The Honchos, the Asinine Assassin. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to take a monumental effort to unseat this trio. But PJ Savage, our heavyweight champion, just might have the guns to do it. We will see next. Senior official having a problem already. The second team has not even arrived, ladies and gentlemen, and the Honchos are already out of control, refusing to get to their corner quietly. And this has just risen to the level of incitement here, is they know that these fans do not like or love anything about them, and they do not care. They are just showing off because they know how good they are. And the one thing that even this broadcaster cannot take away from these Honchos is the immense talent they have in this ring. It is a dynamic trio in there that is going to be an absolute terror. As Honcho Denny Douglas staring me down here at commentary with a very evil intent in this gentleman's eyes. I'm getting nervous for myself here, and I'm going to try and keep this match going as much as I can.
And his partners they are PJ Malley.
Well, these men will quell my nerves somewhat. We are now going to get Team Savage. In this arena, they can feel this intensity. They can feel it coming. And here we go! The heavyweight champion of the WUW, PJ Savage, the heart and soul of the WUW, Big Al, and the most accomplished luchador in the WUW, perhaps in its entire history, Medic number 1. If Team Savage is to take out the Honchos here tonight, they've got the guns, they've got the will, but do they have the skill? And this crowd is loving everything they are seeing right now from these teams. Getting some extra crickets here. The Honchos continuing to harass us here at commentary. We are going to endeavor to do our best to remain unbiased in this match, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do when you got a team like the Honchos that push you as much as they can. And like I said earlier in this broadcast, I do not like bullies. I think there's a lot of the WUW fan base that does not like bullies. And PJ Savage is here to show you folks what happens when your mouth gets too big for your britches. You see right there, PJ Savage wants to get started right away. He doesn't want to wait for that opening bell. There's some real bit and vinegar behind this man's mindset this evening, and I cannot wait to see what the World Heavyweight Champion brings to bear. And look at this, folks. We got an old-fashioned standoff right here. You can cut the tension with a knife, and this referee, it's going to be all he can do to keep this match under control.
PJ Melly asking if you want to see a fight.
I think we know what that answer is going to be from these WW fans. Yes! Hell yes!
He didn't even give him a chance to take his hat off.
I don't know. When you're a Honcho, if you're going to wear a hat, you got to be prepared to get it knocked off every now and again. And bang, bang, Barry Malone taking the hat back. Oh, my goodness. Well, I do not think that... Now, last time, Broadway, correct me if I'm wrong, Denny Douglas used to have a full head of hair, did he not?
Well, you got to change your style every now and then.
I mean, that may be so, but, we got to, he was lifting the weight of the hair in that tag team, and now we just got a couple of baldies.
No, he's not bald. He's got some.
I don't know. I feel like he might be heading that boldness off at the pass, if you know what I mean. Some guys lose their hair gracefully. Some guys don't lose it so gracefully. I can't find a lot of grace in the Honcho's appearance right now. All right, now finally, ladies and gentlemen, the extracurriculars are dealt with. The opponents are staring each other down, and we are ready to rock with this main event. PJ Melly has this raucous crowd at capacity here at Gleason's gym absolutely boiling, and he is not want this intensity to go down. Is he going to tag that heart and soul of WW in? Will Big Al get to start off this match, or will PJ Savage take that glory? Honcho's using some politically incorrect terminology there. Big Al, he might be short, but he has a bigger heart than anybody in this business, and you're about to see what oh, now come on, Denny. Utter disrespect here, and Big Al does not have to stand for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Right hand. The ref needs to check that.
Oh my goodness, and he's got to watch. Referee's got to watch these shots early, going for the neck, going for an early choke slam, but Big Al's not going to let that happen and gets a headbutt into the abdomen. And gets a chop for his trouble, and Denny, oh my goodness, Denny Douglas responding with a haymaker. And once again, no love lost here between these WUW fans and Denny Douglas. He just wants to bring pain to Big Al. He wants to take the heart out of this building early so that they can go home victorious. Oh, now, come on now. Denny Douglas, he's giving him a sporting shot. A lot of extracurriculars, as usual, going on from the Honchos here, taking any advantage they can get early on. Big Al just trying to get foot stomps in to get himself separated, but he cannot seem to chop down the bigger man in Denny Douglas. But that'll do it. Oh, my goodness. And suddenly, this is a big, big problem for Denny Douglas. Locked into that sleeper hold, manages to get himself loose. And that right there, that looks like that's going to be where Big Al has to make up the margins right there, using that speed to stay away from the powerful offense of Denny Douglas. And he got himself caught again and got a back suplex. My goodness. This is the most impressive I have seen Denny Douglas look in some time, Broadway.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a guest in the commentary booth right now.
Oh, that we do. We have been joined by the beautiful one, Chris Cason, fresh off of what can best be considered a war as your match going to a no contest. Do you expect the same kind of fireworks here?
Well, we have a little bit of...
One moment, please. We thought we had Chris Case on with us, but we've now been given a little bit of technical difficulty. Going to see if we can get him back on here. But right now, we're going to focus on this match as Big Al, with the help of Medic number 1, has turned things around a little bit. But this match can easily devolve into chaos we saw earlier this night. Can you explain what you're looking for here? So you're here for the Asinine Assassin.
I'm here for the Asinine Assassin.
Well, it's an impressive target to put on somebody. Adam Bailey, one of the most decorated veterans we have in the WUW. He has been a tag champion. He's been a singles champion. And now he's teamed up with the Honchos in a trio to try and bring the pain. But bringing the pain right now is a savage spear. Absolutely incredible offense. And the champion's going to try and end it right here, but oh my goodness, Denny Douglas grabbing the official's hand.
I taught him that move.
More and more malfeasance here from the Honchos. That's certainly exactly what it was. It was a savage spear to boot. And this team is feeling the heat right now. Starting, the Honchos are to move to quick tags instead, trying to change up the pace a little bit.
Are they asking Adam Bailey who he is?
Well, these fans know him well enough to know that that kind of chant is the exact sort of thing that gets to the Asinine Assassin. Took him off his game, and the Savage has him in real trouble. And I don't think... And I know that Adam Bailey here, he is a very, very impressive decorated veteran, but he does not seem to want much of the Savage here, getting back to that corner quickly so he can get Denny Douglas into this match.
You know, Adam Bailey looked a little upset that Denny Douglas tagged himself in.
A little bit there. You know, it's tough for guys with these kind of massive egos to get along. I don't even know how the Honchos do it, to be quite honest, but they are doing it to absolute effect this evening. First on Big Al, now on PJ Savage, absolutely nailing him to the canvas.
I'd just like to point out I'm seeing Eric the Red walk by right now, and he has a huge red mark from his match.
Well, you know, all of these men in the WUW, we see, as I look behind me, the locker room clearing out here, trying to be in standing room capacity behind these fans. Everybody in the WUW wants to check this match out. They know the stakes here. They know that these men are at the very summit of what we do in the House of Real, and they want to see if they can find any edge, much like the beautiful one Chris Case on, to get themselves up to that summit. But right now, getting shot down from that summit really quickly there, PJ Melly and Adam Bailey going at each other. And that reverse elbow drop right there, an absolutely effective move.
Adam Bailey knew that he needed to have a big move to take down PJ Melly, because that way that he could try to put him down quickly.
Well, I tell you what, PJ is a type of guy who momentum is everything. When he gets up and he gets going, there is not a man on the planet Earth who can stop him.
He's like the juggernaut.
Absolutely. That is a perfect reference for the type of guy that PJ Savage is. In all the time I have watched this 3-time heavyweight champion in this ring, I have never known him to be broken. Bowed at times, but never broken. That could do it, though. A famouser.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my. Well, no, I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. That did absolutely nothing.
Uh-oh.
And I don't think he knows it yet. Oh, he knows now. He knows now. Going after the Savage again, and that full Nelson is going up in a slam. Full Nelson slam by PJ Savage.
That's usually his finisher move.
And that might be the end of it right here. Now going to be...
If the Honchos weren't there, I'm pretty sure this would have been the end of the match.
Yes, indeed. Well, Adam Bailey is the last man you want to tell about the scoreboard. He is going to believe in himself no matter what, literally to his own detriment. And that is the type of attitude the Honchos can get behind, as they are savaging the Savage here in their corner. And the referee has got to get this done with. Oh, no. Hand to the face, choking him with the rope. Now, this is just too much here. You know, the Honchos, they've taken their liberties tonight, and I thought they might be a little bit less underhanded than usual. but it seems I was wrong in that assumption. It turns out the confidence that Bang Bang Barry Malone displayed earlier on commentary was merely a facade for their usual tricks.
What tricks? Wrestling? Winning?
Skirting the rules by choking a man in the ropes,
I
choking a man from outside on the apron. It's a certain point you have to call these things out for what they are.
I didn't see any of that.
Cheating, plain and simple. And it takes more than a cheat, though, as you can see, to get the Savage down, chopping Bang Bang Barry Malone down to size, to the front, to the back, and lifting him up to plant him into the ground.
boom.
Oh, a snake eyes from that Samoan drop position. And what's he going to follow it up with? Beautiful standing suplex from PJ Bailey. And the senton for good measure.
Shades of Andrew Donaldson.
No, without a question or a shadow of a doubt, these men are giving it their absolute all to represent the House of Real tonight. And whether or not either team can get an advantage remains to be seen, but we are getting medic number 1 here against the Asinine Assassin. Change of pace yet again.
Has he been in this match yet? I don't think he has.
I don't believe so as well, but now trying to take Denny Douglas to task here, gets him down with that beautiful side headlock takedown, rushes Adam Bailey's corner, gets him with a snapmare, and medic number 1 is firing on every single cylinder. Wait a minute, Bang Bang Barry Malone decides to get himself out and off of the apron here. Denny Douglas getting an earful from the ref. And medic number 1 using this opportunity to seize the momentum and get his team back into this. Big Al with a foot stomp of his own. And now the Asinine Assassin in real trouble.
I don't think it was.
Not going to be enough. Now, for the first time in this match, the tables really have been turned on the Honchos and the Asinine Assassin, keeping Adam Bailey cordoned off on their side of the ring as medic number 1 goes for that pin. Denny Douglas going to interfere yet again in this match, and Barry Malone gets in a shot of his own for good measure.
Well, you got to do that. You got to keep it.
Just every single time anyone in this match with a responsibility turns their back, the Honchos are there like buzzards on a carcass.
Yeah, well, that's how you win matches there, my friend.
Now Adam Bailey trying to flex into that pin. Wasn't taking it seriously. Gets rolled over for his trouble. But he will find the ropes and he will roll out of that pinning predicament. Still alive in this match is Adam Bailey. And now once again moving it back to his corner, getting that firm tag in there to Denny Douglas, who has been absolutely sensational this evening despite the underhanded tactics he's frequently resorted to. Shoving the ref into PJ. Oh, no, now, come on.
Take the mask off.
It's one of the oldest. No. Do not take this man's mask off.
Take the mask off. Take the mask off.
Barry Malone needs to watch himself. The mask is sacred in the lucha tradition, and medic number 1 takes that duty as a luchador seriously. You don't want to belittle that. Oh no, taking a page out of KJ Brown's book is Denny Douglas. A beautiful stalled suplex right there from Denny Douglas, who is looking every bit the absolute dominant force that he is capable of being.
Take off the mask.
No, don't take off the mask. Bro, don't even joke about something that sacred, Broadway. There's some things in wrestling that you just need to be sanctified. And And once again, we have seen this from Denny Douglas time and time again. He just uses all of the force he possibly can and knocks that ring rope off yet again. And the pain that is on the spine, but it is breaking down here quickly. Medic number 1 was at a disadvantage, but PJ Savage clearing the ring, stepping up for his teammate. Big Al taking the Asinine Assassin to task while PJ focuses on the Honchos. And we have King John of the Broadway. We have, it looks like Alpha Zero. We've got the Rockwell. We've got our official trying to make sure that this ring gets fixed so that you fans can get the action that you deserve. But right now, this has broken down as Denny Douglas has savaged the back of medic number 1.
Sorry about that. I had to take care of my ringdom.
No, absolutely understood. As I said, we want to bring the action that these fans deserve. And when Denny Douglas gets vicious like that, sometimes you got to fix the ring. But medic number 1 has been on his back for the better part of this match since that assault. And you got to think, when you take a shot like that and the middle rope comes undone, it is a jolt to the lower back, the likes of which you can barely imagine.
You know, I got to say that this is like the third time PJ Melly's been in the ring and the ring broke.
Absolutely. It's becoming bad luck, but Denny Douglas has been the purveyor of that pain twice in a row.
Or do you think that?
But look at that. Oh my goodness, fighting through the back pain into a tilt-a-whirl DDT is medic number 1. What a sensational effort.
Or do you think that PJ Melly does this on purpose to create a distraction?
I don't think you can blame PJ Melly for that one. Denny Douglas went after the back of medic number 1 and gave it the hardest shot he could to the point where the ring exploded.
Yeah, but how do you know?
But the ring is exploding now as Big Al back in here, the heart and soul of the WUW coming in, dodging the assassin, and he looks to be going for something special. Leg trip, leg stomp. Big Al gets lifted up. Oh my goodness, that back suplex is not going to work, and he gets a German of his own. Does Bang Bang Barry Malone?
And then Douglas just waiting. Oh,
trying that choke slam again. Failure. Drop kick, and Denny Douglas is sent packing. Big Al is on fire. My goodness, what a back suplex. Big Al has taken all comers to task at this juncture. And who is left? Who is left for him to face?
Nobody.
And now Barry Malone wisely taking some note of the asinine assassin, pardon me folks, taking time in that corner to try and fake out Big Al and getting in some offense as a reward for his tactical prowess. But Adam Bailey making a very rare veteran mistake.
Jack Manley, do you see what I see?
Oh my God.
Do you see what I see?
Wait a minute. Medic number 1.
Look in the background, people.
Oh no. Is that?
Look in the background.
It is ladies and gentlemen, it's the erstwhile medic number 2 has come out to this ring. This man who was medic number 1's brother. It's in the names, for goodness sake. But right now, stalking the ring, watching his old tag partner. I don't know if medic number 1 has noticed him yet. But if medic number 2's actions over the last months are any indication, he soon will. Barry Malone coming in with a DDT out of nowhere. Clearly not the legal man, but going for offense anyways. And we'll get another German suplex for his troubles.
Let's hope he actually gets it this time.
Third time is the charm. Oh, yes it is. What a shot to Big Al. Now PJ Melly goading Denny Douglas into that corner. He's going to come out being very ginger, but jumps up into that clothesline body splash combination.
And Bailey trying to attack him.
No success there, and that knee strike. My goodness. Matthew Banks. Denny Douglas is down. A tam clothesline. PJ Melly ducks the effort by the asinine assassin, and Bang Bang. Bang Bang did not like that, but he's going to take the full Nelson slam.
No, I think Bang Bang was pushing him out of danger.
Might be so. Adam Bailey, their last hope right now, hits eat defeat with perfection, and the champion is down.
This is just so much. Oh!
It has broken down. Now medic number 1 hitting that last gasp, and look who is staring him down, ladies and gentlemen. Medic number 2 is right there, and I don't know if he has moved a muscle since medic number 1 got near him. He is staring this man down, and he has some evil intentions on his mind. We are at a dangerous juncture here. Medic number 1 has got to focus on this match. He's got to capitalize on the downed Adam Bailey. And there is no referee, no official here to call this pinfall. And Bang Bang Barry Malone is going to break it up. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole lot. Oh, now there it is. We knew medic number 2 was going to get involved, and he has run interference there for medic number 1. And Adam Bailey is going to turn that into a cover.
But there's no ref.
Wait a minute. I've just heard a fast 3 count. Who counted? Who counted the pinfall? And now medic number 2, realizing that there's no official, is getting involved in the extracurriculars, and suddenly we have a 4-on-3 beatdown. Goodness gracious, what a power bomb. pulling a new official into the ring. Damn it! Well, Team Savage gave it everything they had tonight. They fought against the underhanded tactics, and at the end of the day, Medic number 1 made it one body too many, and Medic number 1 has paid the price. Come on! Now, we already saw this earlier this evening. We already have had a man hurt on this show. Somebody's got to get the honchos dealt with and under control. And PJ Savage coming in, trying to save his partner. Medic number 2 trying to get in on Medic number 1. Can't get that offense. And now, this Team Savage has cleared the ring, but it is sadly too little too late, folks. The honchos and the Asinine Assassin do take this victory home.
We're not going to end this night like that, baby.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We're not going to end this night like that.
Sounds like PJ Melly's a sore loser.
This medic thing you two got going on is getting pretty uncomfortable. So you two need to settle this now. No PJ now. No honchos. We're going to the back. You two, right now.
Wow. And what an exhortation there from the champion. He wants to see these two medics hash out their issues. And medic number 1, he doesn't care that he just took a power bomb right into the mat. He is ready and raring to go. He is not feeling pain. He is only feeling a mixture of adrenaline and hatred.
Yeah, but now who's who?
Oh, now come on, Broadway. You know very well medic number 2 is the tall one and the one that placed a beat down on medic number 1 2 shows in a row.
I don't know.
He has a beating coming to him, and medic number 1 is deservedly giving him the runaround right now, trying to embarrass him the way he embarrassed himself.
Why is he fighting himself?
Broadway. You know, there's not a lot I can say to that. Suffice to say that I am hoping medic number 1 can take care of business. Beautiful arm wringer flip right there.
That looked like something out of a karate movie.
Well, it's out of something called Luchador, my friend. Get to know the game because you are watching one of its best practitioners in medic number 1 and one of its most dogged and determined in medic number 2. No matter what you think of either gentleman, this is going to be a hell of a match. Medic number 1 keeping 2 there in the corner, getting that early advantage despite that back pain, fighting through it masterfully and with a lot of heart, gotta say. Oh my goodness, but medic number 2, he gave him a bit of a respite there. Medic number 2 has suddenly turned this match on its head with a quick little sweep and a quick little stomp. A drop kick for good measure, and suddenly you start to wonder. Medic number 1's got all of the fervor in the world, but
oh, he had to put his foot on the rope. Come on.
I mean, when you have gone through the war that he just went through in that 6-man tag, you've got to do everything at your disposal to stay alive. But I am concerned now, seeing this match continue for even a short length. I am concerned that medic number 1 has bit off more than he can chew.
Take off his mask.
Don't take off his mask, medic number 2. And you would not expect that from a luchador the caliber of medic number 2.
Well,
even with the hatred that he has for his former partner, they know the respect of this culture. They know how much that mask means.
Well, and with more of a reason for them to take it off.
Oh my goodness, well I know what that sidewalk slam means is it's more back pain for medic number 1, and this is getting very dire very quickly. He manages to stay alive on that one, but how much more punishment can this young man take?
I think the new ref in there is still a little...
Oh, no, come on, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, go ahead, take off his mask.
Don't tear the man's mask. Don't dare.
Come on.
Absolutely despicable. From a man who understands the culture and who lives the lucha lifestyle. Just disgraceful.
Well, he knows that if he takes off the mask, it's going to be a disrespect to him.
Well, yes, but at the same time, I consider it more disrespectful to take a man's mask off. When you know that tradition and you claim to have respect for the mask on your own face, you cannot unveil another man's identity. It is just the most profane thing you can do in lucha wrestling.
Well, agree that you're wrong, so that's fine.
Well, my broadcast commentator, my broadcast colleague, may not agree with me here, but the one thing that we can agree on right now is that medic number 1 is in some serious trouble. And once again, medic number 2 ripping at the mask. Come on! Not going to be enough, though. He is trying to belittle this man, but he is not breaking this man. Medic number 1 coming up with a lot of heart and a lot of spirit, but that might just be enough to get yourself pinned. We will see. Giving those strikes everything he's got. And medic number 2 sends him off. Looking for that tilt-a-whirl. Gets it in there. A tilt-a-whirl arm wringer flip there by medic number 1. And suddenly, hang on. The Honchos are stalking medic number 1 like hawks, have formed a tentative alliance with medic number 2, the former tag team partner and a man that they had wars with in 2019 and 2018. But right now, medic number 1 is in real trouble. His allies are in the back, but medic number 2's still out here. Not enough to put medic number 2 away despite a beautiful flurry of offense.
So I have to say he takes off the mask, he loses his lucha power, and then they win.
I don't know if you can take away the lucha. You might be able to take away this man's mask in an ultimate show of disrespect, but you cannot take away the skill. You cannot take away the tenacity of medic number 1 as he dodges shot after shot, but cannot dodge that one extra right there.
You know, they couldn't award different colors, you know, like in Street Fighter.
Well, you know, I wonder, medic number 2, I wonder if he's coming out in that gear, is there still some conflict in this man? Has he gone fully over to the dark side, or could he be saved? And is that what medic number 1 is trying to do by taking this beating?
I think that he's getting a concussion. That's what he's doing.
I mean, he might have there. Looked like medic number 1 just barely gets the shoulders up there, in a lot of trouble. And you can hear the murmurs of concern starting to form around this WUW crowd. They don't know if medic number 1 can get this thing done right here. Medic number 2 fresh and has medic number 1 in the Samoan drop position.
What's he going to do with this? I'm interested to see.
He can do many things there, but one thing is he can get the drop and a V trigger there by medic number 1. Comes around the back and he's got that crucifix, pinning predicament. He got him! He got him!
He cheated.
I don't believe it!
He cheated.
I do not believe it! He has gone through 2 absolute battles and he has come out on top. Oh, no.
Take off the mask. Take it off.
Don't you dare. This man has gone through hell and back tonight. He has gone through hell and back with his partner. Don't you dare. And here they come. PJ Melly coming to his aid. He knows how important that mask is. Big Al coming as well. And this is going to break down right here, right now. Absolute chaos in 2020. Oh my goodness, and Denny Douglas, he does not want any part of this right now. Dodges his own partner.
And we got sure.
Oh my goodness, and now we've got...
sure, now the referees come. They come to help Jay
single
Bushi.
official in our locker room has come out to ringside. And Denny Douglas is going to take a shot for his troubles. And once again, Team Savage has found a way to reign supreme in this ring at the end of the night. Coming to the aid of their partner in medic number 1, their friend. And bang, bang, Barry Malone gets speared out of his hat. An unbelievable display of attrition here, but at the end of the day, medic number 1 grabs the first shot in the war against medic number 2.
Here are your winner, the Honcho and medic number 1.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to have brought you New Resolution 2020, the first of many WUW events to come. And if I can tell anything from the action we have seen tonight, it is that the House of Real is in great hands, and we are in for some of the best action in the industry. And right now, PJ Melly is going to send us home right.
These two men I stand in the ring with right now, they're hell of athletes. There's nobody else I'd rather have by my side and go to war with. I promise you. But I just want to say it's a New Year's, a Happy New Year to all of you. And this is 2020. Thank you to each and every one of you who sit in those chairs and support us in chasing our dreams. But me personally, I want to tell you one thing, and I want to promise each and every person sitting in that chair right now that half that roster back there and me, we start 2020 in this ring, and we end and start 2030 on a much bigger stage. So for Gleason and Johnny Rods himself, thank you. That's how you start for New Year's.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our champion, and he is dead right.
You gotta get that out of here, all right? Good night, everybody.
And he is right. What a show. What a year. And for John Broadway, my broadcast colleague.
I can say goodnight myself. Good night, everyone.
All right, well, for Broadway, I am the voice of the WUW, Jack Manley. Thank you so much for joining in this evening, and good night. We will see you soon.
Happy New Year.